one. Welcome everyone to the inaugural Pokemon Go All-Pro 2026 selection. I think this will be a pretty fun one because we will, for the first time ever, be having... It's unofficial, right? So just take it as you will. It's just going to be us voting on stuff. And for those that aren't as familiar with All-Pro selections, they do this for... at least a lot of like the American sports. I'm not sure about for other sports around the world, but they have a first team, a second team, a third team, obviously an MVP overall. We'll talk about the MVP at the very end, but I'll just use basketball as an example. There's 5 positions basketball, so they'll have like a first All-Pro center, which would be like the best center in the league based on, you know, all these panelists and people that vote on it. Like the best point guard, etc. Coincidentally, Pokemon Go has 5 major regions. We have North America, Latin America, Europe, Oceania, and APAC. And APAC, obviously, much more inclusive of all the APAC countries. And so we will pick a first, second, and third All-Pro selection from all 5, which means that you'll have, I'll use NA example, you have like the best overall NA player, the second best NA player, the third best NA player, etc. And then MVP will be MVP of the entire season. Everyone is obviously eligible for that. So before we get into the players, let me I'll have our lovely panelists introduce themselves. We have all 5 except for Steve, but it's like super early for him right now. It's like in the middle of the night, so he cannot make it. But his votes and his opinions are calculated for this, and we will definitely be talking about it. So obviously, I'm Caleb Peng. I'm sure most of you know me, but we'll start with Amanda right after that.
Yeah, I'm PvP Steve. No, I'm Amanda, also known as Lundberger. I am one of the casters for the competitive Pokemon circuit, and I'll be in San Francisco. And I mostly cast, usually in the European region, so I know those players probably the best out of all of them that we'll talk about.
That's right. TZ.
Hi, I'm TZ Spanks. I'm from Mexico. Most likely, I started to be a competitive player, but now I'm a little bit more down to be caster. I got a chance to cast several tournaments through the last 2 years. And next week, I'm going to be casting as well, Worlds, for the LATAM community. So it's going to be amazing. And yeah, I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, quite the good player, actually, but also a wonderful caster. And then we got Anacor, who is from Europe, but he is actually representing APAC because he probably knows more about the APAC players than most of the people from APAC.
Yeah, I mean, I've been, since like maybe the second season or something like that, been not only organizing APAC specific like grassroots tournaments, but also just generally getting involved in like collecting data from the APAC official tournaments for Dracoviz, and just generally helping out any players that might need help when it comes, like, you know, coming up to Worlds or I don't know, with anything they might need in it. So I feel like I'm a decent person to pick for knowledge about APAC.
Most definitely.
I also play the game.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that's really what I do first. Yeah.
Mostly in EU. And then, of course, we have PP Steve, who obviously can't make it, but he did vote on the players for the All-Pro stuff as well, and his feedback is very, very important for, especially for the Oceania region, as a caster, as someone that lives there. And you might be wondering why these panelists. Well, not only are they wonderful and people that I thought of, initially the panel was going to be much larger, but many people couldn't make it for scheduling purposes, and Worlds is coming around the corner. And it kind of works out, because otherwise there would have been just way more NA people on the panel, and there would be just a little too much NA bias, I feel like. There's also people that I just did not even consider inviting. I'll use Inadequance or Ride Cication as examples, because you can see them on the list. They're too good at the game to be considered unbiased. Because if I bring them on, I don't want them to feel any pressure to vote or not vote for themselves, right? To be humble. So that is why I had to be very careful, right? I was like, I want to go with primarily people that cast plus Anacor, and then also people
Humbling to realize you picked me.
No, you're the...
not too good at the game for you. Yeah.
I mean, do you see your picture here? I don't think so.
Oh yeah, well now I understand.
Yeah.
I thought panel was discluded. That's why I didn't put him on. So yeah.
So did I. Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so before we go into the actual voting and selection, so we actually already previously voted ourselves, but none of the panelists know each other's votes, outside of myself, because I've seen the master list. However, let me go over all the players here in case you don't recognize them by name, by picture. And this is just my general process here is I just grab their Twitter photo on Twitter, unless they didn't have a photo on there already, or like the quality was really weird, or it wasn't a picture of themselves, and then I just grabbed like probably the best photo I could find them on the internet or something that they tweeted out. So to start off, this is just like in no specific order. I think it's mostly alphabetical, but I'm not even sure. It's Avrip from Oceania. It's Axon, former world champion, NA. BJ Pawat, who is competing in NA now, but used to be from Thailand. Also played in Thailand, I think 3 years straight. Boom, who is from EU. They Love Jai from Oceania. Marto Galde from Latin America. Sai Rhino from North America. S. James P. from North America. Tauntaun Batus from EU. Yodada from APAC, specifically Taiwan. Beelzeboy from APAC. World champion, reigning world champion, also from India. We got Colin from EU, PP David from EU, Doombug from NA. This is Gone 1001 from Oceania. Inadequance, who I'm sure many of you all know, EU and Caster. Jumati from Oceania. Massimihir, APAC, specifically India. Nighttime Clasher from NA. Podamon from EU. This is Poke Moneymaker from APAC, specifically Japan. We got Pocket from NA. LNDS Harjeff from LATAM, Rise Vacation, fellow caster, also from NA, and TC Steinar from LATAM, and we have Sardi from LATAM. So, that is all the players that were voted in some way, shape, or form for MVP all the way through third team. Every player here is eligible to be MVP as well, but we're going to do MVP at the very end, and we're going to start things off with first team, then second team, then third team, because there's a chance that, you know, even if they didn't make the first team, they make it second team, third team, and everyone else is honorable mention. So obviously we'll have some conflicting votes, so we'll try our best to come to consensus, and if we can't, we'll go off of what the majority says. Now, there's obviously some that are like unanimous across the board, so that won't really have any debate unless people want to change their thoughts on it. But we'll do I guess in order, we'll just do NA, EU, LATAM, Oceania, APAC. We'll just continue that order so that they'll be like standard from left to right. So to start things off, if you are ready, we got NA, All-Pro first team, and this one was almost unanimous. It actually wasn't quite unanimous, but we have 4 votes for Nighttime Clasher, and then 1 vote for Rise to Occasion. And this was actually a surprise to me, because the lone votes for Rise to Occasion was, I believe, from Amanda. But
yeah.
I thought Nighttime Clasher is your son, or your...
He is, but yeah, well, he's got to impress me more. I'm a very, very strict Asian parent. Don't you know how that works out?
I do.
Yeah, you can never be happy.
Yeah. Okay, so state your case on why Rise to Occasion over the reigning LEIC champion, multi-time champion in general, and multi-time medal holder for this specific season. Obviously, this is only related to this specific season, right? So even if you did all this stuff before.
that is true, but you can't take out what you have already in your mindset about people, right? I mean, Rise to Occasion is pretty much the big staple, I think, for NA for an extended period of time. He's the only player who has been able to win a regional every single season since the beginning. And yeah, he's just consistently, solidly very, very good. And he hasn't played as much as either because he was also doing some casting. So, maybe he could have also gotten a little bit higher of a score as well and beaten Nighttime Clasher on the board.
That is true. He did cast LAIC, so technically he couldn't have won it himself. So he couldn't challenge Nighttime for that title. Looking at the season as a whole, I think he has only won the one regional, whereas Nighttime has won LAIC. Many medals on technically as well. Orlando winning that too. But I think overall he just has more medals as well. Are you how dead set are you on? Do you think Rise should still be in that first spot versus everyone else thinks it's Nighttime but you in this panel?
I'm willing to go ahead and agree that Nighttime Clashers had an absolutely incredible season, and realistically, he is probably the S tier performer for 2026.
All right. We'll move Rise down for now, but Rise will be mentioned later on as well throughout this because he has garnered some votes in the other categories too. This next one is absolutely unanimous for many reasons, but everyone agreed that Pokémon is the All-Pro first team for EU. EUIC champion, has a trophy every single international this season, as well as second place at LAIC, has one regional / special event win maybe, but like ton of other medals too. And I think that one is not really much of a debate, but yeah. Next one as well is also unanimous for good reason. We got TZ Steinar, who was not only the Pittsburgh champion, also got top 4 at both EUIC and LAIC. EUIC and NEIC, I should say. The two internationals he played in, and he has had like a number
Won
of other
Campinas as well, so 2-time regional.
Oh, 2-time, yes. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah. So well stated there, and understandably so, unanimous across the board on that one. All right, Oceania, we have that one actually is not unanimous. So we have both Jumothy and Gone 1001 for this one. The one person that didn't vote for Jumothy for this one is TZ Spence. So I'll give TZ the floor to share why he voted for Gone over Jumothy.
Well, in my opinion, I don't know very well the players for that specific region, but the reason why I brought this name is because every time that he participates in any particular regional or big tournament from his area, he always do very well. So that's why I decided to pick him, because it's like it's something similar, for example, to Patoman. You every time you see Patoman competing, you are just thinking that he's going to reach day 3 or day 2. So this is the same with him, but of course competing in his area, because we know that he cannot compete like other players. So that's why I wrote his name for the first team.
Yeah, it's actually been a pretty incredible season for him. I'm looking at his performance this season. So he got first place in Brisbane to start off, third in Auckland, ninth at Sydney, third in Melbourne, so 3 medals already, and then 33rd at NEIC, which I believe was a day 2 in Top Cup for NEIC as well, which is quite the standout performance, honestly, right? He's made, well, I mean, there's no day 2 in Oceania because it's all in one day, but still top 9 there would count as Top Cup for pretty much everywhere else, or day 2. Jumothy, in contrast, I believe hasn't played as many. So third place in Brisbane, the same one that's Gone won. Then first place in Auckland, first place in Sydney, and then 129th at EUIC. So nothing too crazy there. And then 17th at Melbourne, which was actually a 1-2 finish. So this one definitely
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, we're saying?
As you can see, it's very competitive between two of them. So it's like whoever you pick from them, it's like the right answer. Because if you put them to compete in a best of five, they are going to go to the five battles because it's a gamble between them.
Definitely.
I could be
Amanda,
convinced of Gon as well, to be fair, but
yeah.
to like not complicate things or
Well, I was going to
or,
say,
like,
Amanda
do that.
Anacor, what are your thoughts on this one? Because I do think there's it is pretty competitive, despite Jumpy winning 2 separate regionals or special events. Like, I think that is obviously very impressive to be a 2-time champion. But Gon does have a pretty impressive resume this season too.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
I was
I agree.
voting, I was thinking a similar thing, like that it would be between the two of them. And then, like, retrospectively, I feel like maybe I would have picked Gon just because I feel like he's got more experience and potentially more like international experience over Jumpy. But again,
Yeah.
I
Technically
think either
speaking,
one is,
internationally,
like,
they have the
competitive.
same amount of experience this season, but Gon
Yeah.
has had a much higher performance than Jumpy's internationally.
Yeah, I did
And
the
that's
same
what you
thing. I went
want.
back and forth. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. TZ.
Yeah, that's what you want in this big stage, because even if you do well in the local tournaments or you bring a lot of points by grinding, small tournaments, you want to do better. You want to do your best in the big stage, and that's where some particular trainers do. They don't really need to have a lot of points, because as long as you compete in the big stage with your best performance, that's what really matters.
All right. I think this is going to be our first vote off on what we think should be in the first one. We'll start bottom to
At this
top
point.
here. Yeah. So between the two, who are you putting your final vote behind, Anacor?
I'm gonna say Gon, but like, obviously, if it becomes stalemate, then
Oh well, we have a tiebreaker obviously with Steve, so it'll be fine.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
All right, TZ, you're sticking with Gone.
Yeah.
All right, Amanda.
I'm sticking with Jimothy because I think 2 times winning, it's showing a bit of consistency as well. Yes, he didn't perform as well at the larger stages, but as far as playing locally in his area, he performed really well.
Yeah, I will actually piggyback off of that, and I think being a 2-time champion is no easy feat, no matter the size of the event as well. Obviously, he didn't perform as well at EYC, but it is a limited meta, and Worlds is indeed not a limited meta, so that you know, could be something. And our tiebreaker is, of course, our Oceania specialist, PP Steve, and he did actually go with Jumothy. So we will have Jumothy locked in for this one. That was a close one, but slight spoiler for second All-Pro. Might be seeing Gone again. Let's just say that. So, yeah, 2-time champion in just this season, actually, as well, too, right?
Yep.
It's an important factor here. All right, and then in the final spot for APAC, this one was unanimous. I think to no surprise, we all put reigning world champion Beelzeboy. Fantastic season for him. He has traveled around the world despite his auto qualification for winning worlds. He's like, you know what? I want to add some more hardware to my cabinets, and that's indeed what he did. Rocky start to start things off. He went to Vegas and didn't perform as well. 49th overall, losing to actually a fellow local of mine, DJ Andrew, lesser known in these parts, but he was feeling pretty happy about that one. And but then after that, got 7th place at UIC, which is an amazing finish, especially at an international stage. 4th place at LA. Came back to California for that one. He actually has a lot of success in California. And NAIC 7th place again. 2-time international top 7, as well as a medal in regional, in regions that he doesn't even need to even compete in. So definitely looking forward to seeing him compete in Worlds again this year and defend his title. And that will do it for
And
our...
also,
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I just want to add that also competing in both scenarios, in a limited meta and open meta. So that says something about him, that he doesn't need to play a particular situation. He just bring whatever he has to come, even if it's a limited meta or if it's open meta, he's going to do the best. And we just saw on those tournaments.
That's right. That's right. Really, really great points there too. Yeah, I mean, he just he definitely loves the game based on how much he plays it. So, you know, well deserved there. All right. This will start off our All-Pro second team for all the 5 regions. And this is where it gets really interesting because our votes will start to differ in second team and third team as well. So, for All-Pro second team, we're going to start it off. And some of them, if they've been selected right for first team, then obviously I'll mention it. But there's no need because they've already been placed. I put down Doombug as my votes. And then we have Rise to Occasion, who I believe was from PB Steve. Like I said, Rise would be making a return here. We have Nighttime Clasher from Amanda, but Amanda did vote Rise earlier, so that would make sense. So, and Nighttime Clasher has been placed. We have Out of Pockets from Anacore. And then we have Rise from TC. So where's Out of Pocket? Right here. Right. So for this one, we will be discussing between these 3 players for NA. We have I think at least 2 votes. I think for Rise, if I'm not mistaken. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have Steve. Oh yeah. All right. Steve's the other one. Yeah. I was like, who's the other one? Oh, no. Sorry. We have 2 for Doombug, actually. TC actually put Doombug as well as myself. I'll let you start first because we have more votes for Doombug than the other ones. What's your reason for Doombug 97?
Oh, me?
Yes, yeah.
Well, most likely because Doombug, it's always the MVP in every NA tournament that he plays. Like all the reflectors are on him. But most likely he does very well something that not too many players do, which is winning a regional, being in the loser bracket. He doesn't care if he loses early in the tournament. He prefers most likely to have more being in the wire, playing more battles because he start to be on fire like that. So Doombug is the only one that won several tournaments, I think 2 or 3, I'm not sure, being from the loser bracket. So that's why I think Doombug it's in the second place, because even if it's very close with Rise, the tournaments that he won most likely because he didn't play too many battles like Doombug did in the past. So that's why I think Doombug is a little bit higher in this situation than Rise, because Doombug loves to be in the conversation, especially if he's in the wire, most likely.
Yeah, he actually he's tied for the most amount of first place finishes actually at major events.
Yep.
With LNDS Hard Jeff. But this season alone, this is why I kind of put him as the number 2. I probably would have considered him number 1 if Nighttime didn't win LAIC, but you know, winning international definitely puts you a leg up. But to break it down, 5th place at Monterey this year to start things off, then 3rd place at Pittsburgh, 1st place at Vegas, 13th at LAC, which is still top cut, 5th at Toronto, 3rd at Seattle, 2nd in Houston, another top cut in Orlando at 7th, and then 4th at Indianapolis, and then another top cut in NEIC at 33rd, which means that he has a combined 5 medals this season, 1 being a 1st place, 1 being 2nd, 2 3rd places, and a 4th place, which is actually insanely good in my mind. And that's a reason why I put him above Rice. Rice has had a fantastic season as well, and he also won a regional. But I think his 2nd, 3rd place finishes and 4th place finishes are not nearly as strong. And yeah, Doombug. And Doombug won the head-to-head in Vegas. He did beat him in the grand finals, so he has the edge there. But speaking of Rise to Occasion, I know Anacore. No, sorry, Anacore didn't put that. It was okay. So Amanda had actually Rise in the first All Pro, but second will probably be your default there if he's not first. So how are you feeling about this one?
I mean, I do agree, and obviously the Dunebug Rise to Occasion kind of rivalry, the head-to-head. You said that it went to Vegas for Dunebug, which is true, but there's also been past scenarios where Rise has been able to take
Rise
it as
beat
well.
him.
I mean, yeah, I do think that Rise is truly one of the best players that we have in Pokemon Go. He's still top cutting. He's still winning tournaments. I agree that maybe he hasn't had the stellar seasons that Dunebug seems to be having too. So it's arguable for Dunebug as well. But I do want to keep Rise in this spot, especially since he didn't take the first tier.
All right. And PV Steve does agree with you as well. He has Rise to Occasion in that second All-Pro selection as well. And we got Anacor with Out of Pocket as his selection. Thoughts?
Yeah. So I think maybe I didn't understand the assignment very well. I mean, not saying that I don't think that Pocket is like not deserving of it, because I think like he's the kind of player. I was thinking, you know, in terms of the approach to Worlds, I feel like he's obviously consistent, hardworking. Okay, he's not like won a tournament this season, but he's the kind of person who has like very strong people around him as well that, you know, are able to support him. So those were the things that I was sort of thinking. But then I guess realistically, based on what we're actually measuring these people off of, I guess Dunebug has probably had a better season than Pocket.
Yeah, so you actually, well, because of this too, it is 2-2 before your vote. You will be our tiebreaker here. So, what do you back Dunebug still, or you want to?
Yeah, I think so. Like, in terms of out of Dunebug and Rise, I think, yeah, just looking at the seasons they've both had,
yeah,
probably in Dunebug's favor.
Chris, I'm trying
again
here. Like, listen, he's gonna watch this back, and I'm gonna be like, listen,
Hey.
you were number one. I'm fighting for your number two.
there
here.
is still third All-Pro team. You know, this is top 3 in your region, so still quite the feat to be considered in both
it's
the
true.
first and the second, and possibly the third.
Yeah, and I think again, like also we're picking, you know, only based on this season as well. So you know, the parameters
Based
are
on
a bit
the
more
regular
limited.
season. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, TZ.
Look, yeah, I just want to add because yeah, I'm in the same spot than Amanda. I wanted to bring Rise the higher that I could, but it was very simple to me. I faced them, both of them, in the last season in Montreal Regional. I beat Rise in the top 8, and I faced Dunebug in the finals, and he beat me being in the loser brackets. So that's why I put Dunebug higher than Rise, because okay, if he beats me, he deserves to be higher than
That
Rise.
is right. TZ speaking from personal experience. Now that I think about it, I do recall that tournament. Yeah, you're just watching him go through that losers bracket. Yeah, I know that feeling. Okay, we have NA sorted out. Now we have EU. And EU, I put down Inadequates for my vote. We have Colin 6 for, that was Steve's vote. Where's Colin at? Oh, here he is. All right. And we have Inadequates from Amanda. We have PV David from Anacor. And then we have Inadequates from TZ. All right. Well, a lot of votes for Inadequates. So let's start off there. Why? You know, probably anyone out of all of us, the person that knows Inadequates the most is Amanda. So take.
Never heard of
Amanda.
him. No. Yeah, Martijn is also a caster in the region, so keep that in mind. He casted this season 2 international championships, and he also won 2 regionals. He casted pretty much any other regional he didn't top cut in. So I think his score would be much higher than what is reflected on the leaderboards, but simply for the fact that he wasn't playing in them gave some of the other players a little bit of opportunity there as well. So, I mean, I think Martijn has a very, very strong season, a lot of momentum behind him.
Definitely. TZ, you want to add on to that?
Yeah, this was very simple to me. The big advantage that Patoman has is that he's not a caster. Because if he's a caster, he could have less opportunities to play. And that's the big handicap that Martin has. Because Martin has to cast. Not because he has, because he loves to cast. But if he's not a caster, I can assure you that several tournaments that Patoman won, Martin could won that because it's very similar. I'm not surprised that for this incoming battle that we could have for the next year, if Martin decides to cast less to play more, maybe he could be the MVP for the next season because Martin level in every format in every tournament is phenomenal. So that's very simple to me because Martin has to cast, and that's why he cannot play too much like Patoman does. And that's the reason why Patoman is the first team and Martin is the second team for me.
I'm just reading JJ's comment too about the winning with the Shadow Giratina. That's also another point. Martine wins with like crazy Pokemon that other people don't even consider bringing to a tournament.
Yeah.
So that's also something
That's
to
a
kind
big
of be
level.
like, oh, he's playing Spice and he's also doing very well with it.
He actually brought Shadow Giratina to all 4 of his tournaments this season, which is insane.
Yeah.
Back-to-back first-place finishes to start off. 9th at Birmingham, which is bad by his standards, but pretty good for most. Like, I didn't even get a 9th at all, right, in all the tournaments combined this season. And then 3rd place in Prague. So 3 medals.
Yep.
First, 9th, and 3rd is insane consistency. And he, I believe, according to Jay-Chan's spreadsheet as well, has the highest win percentage out of all the players. Obviously, 4 tournaments is much less than maybe some of the other people on this list. But kind of like what TZ said, like if he wasn't casting some of these, then who knows how far he could have gone.
Yeah.
Like I think like there's arguments that you could potentially make that he could even be first team over Potamon, but Potamon's resume is just a little too stacked to maybe consider that.
Yeah.
But it was something that I had paused and thought about. And
also it's not.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Also, it's not easy to play with a particular Pokemon. Like for example, he's playing with Giratina, and he loves the Giratina. And we know that Giratina is not even a meta Pokemon. So most likely, most of the time, you are playing with only 5 Pokemon.
Yeah.
So doing so well with a particular team, it's very important because, for example, in my case, I tried to do the same in the only 2 regionals that I played. Last season, I was playing with Swalot when everyone was playing with Drapion because it was a Drapion meta, and it's so hard to play with something like that because, of course, you are in disadvantage. And even that you know that you're in disadvantage, you have to play out of your mind to try to make it the best. So I know why how hard it is to play with something like that because it's not easy to know that you are in disadvantage most of the times. And Martin, it's just like I don't care to play only with 3 or 4 Pokemon being meta. I will do the best, and we just saw all the tournaments that he won playing with a particular team.
Yeah, there's no other person in the PvP space that is more heavily associated with Giratina than him, and for good reason. And like you said, across different metas, he played Shadow Giratina in 3 different GBL metas in the season, right? And still made it work in pretty much all 3. All right, we got PvP David though up for consideration. Anacor, thoughts after the inadequates discussion?
Yeah, I think, again, I didn't really understand the assignment. I was thinking like...
Anikor just brought names.
Thinking like, David going into Worlds, I think he's like one of the best players in EU. And, I know that Inadequates is costing Worlds. So that was sort of what I was thinking there. However, if we're reframing this on what it's actually supposed to be on, in terms of who's had the better season, I think it's difficult to deny Martin's consistent 3 medals from 4 tournaments, with 2 of them being first place. That's like the kind of consistency you usually only get in Oceania, where like there are only 4 tournaments. Do you know what I mean? So this I think is really really impressive. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with inadequates
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Jonathan Kelly asks, "What's this 40 time? Is that the 40 meter dash time?" I don't know, but maybe we can find out at Worlds. And then
Yeah,
and
that
we
could be a
also
tiebreaker.
have Colin 6 up for that spot as PP Steve put him down. Obviously PP Steve isn't here to argue his case, but I will say in the 2 times they faced off this season, Inadequates did best Colin in both of those. Colin has had a fantastic season though. So we'll talk more about Colin later on as well. But so we will lock in Inadequates for that second All-Pro team. All right, second All-Pro for LATAM. This one is okay. So there's some differentiation here too. So I put down Harjeff, as well as Anacor and TZ also put Harjeff. We have and Steve also put Harjeff. So it's Harjeff, and then Zardy is the one that Amanda puts. Amanda, state your case for Zardy, because
Zardy's back. I mean, like there was
he ever
a
gone?
little bit of it's not that he was gone, but like sometimes I don't think he was playing as well as what he had wanted to be playing. But this season he's really come back and being able to win and top cut. I've just been kind of cheering for him on that side. And I believe he's also #1 on the LATAM leaderboards, isn't he, for consistency this season?
He might be, yeah. I think he is.
So,
Yeah, I
but I
think
agree.
so.
Like Harjeff is like one of the best players of all time. I'm obviously outnumbered here. I don't think I could probably convince anyone, and I'm not unhappy with Harjeff.
Well, let me go through Zardy's resume from this season. He actually has a really impressive season. I mean, he's had an impressive career, but especially this season. So start off with first place at Belo Horizonte. Then got 4th at Buenos Aires, 7th at LAIC, which is very, very high for international. 17th at EUIC, also very high, also top cut at international. 2nd at Curitiba, not as good in Orlando, but that's okay. Everyone has a bad tournament. And then 7th at Campinas, which essentially means he's 7 tournaments. He is top cut in 6 out of the 7, medals at 3 out of the 7. And then 2 of them were top cuts at internationals as well. And for those that actually don't know, Zardy and LNDS Harjeff actually face off a lot. Like it's almost like the LATAM version of Doombug versus Rise to Occasion. Yeah. So this season alone, they have faced off 3 separate times. And Belo Horizonte, he did beat Harjeff twice. In 2 best-of-5s, actually, winners and losers finals, and cumulatively went 6-1 against Harjeff. And then at Curitiba, when he got 2nd place to Harjeff, he lost 2-3, which is obviously still pretty close. So that's a pretty heavy back and forth matchup. And then we have Harjeff to recap this season. So first place in Monterrey, continuing his streak of winning the first LATAM event in the season. 17th at Pittsburgh, 2nd at Belo Horizonte, 49th at LIC, so not as high a finish as Zardy there, 25th at Toronto, 7th at Merida, 17th at Santiago, 13th at UIC, another top cut for international, 1st at Curitiba, and then 4th in Orlando. I mean, you could definitely make the case that Zardy could be in the spot instead. My final factor there was 2 regional finish, like first place finishes, is pretty crazy, and a 2nd place and a 4th place. Obviously didn't perform as well as Zardy in internationals, but still pretty good, I would say. I'll let TZ and Anacor share their pieces on why they put Harjeff.
Yeah,
well,
I think.
go ahead, Anacor. No, go ahead.
Anacor?
Yeah, I think. Again, this is just Harjeff stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like 2 regional wins, another 2 medals, and generally consistent over the course of the other tournaments that he's played. And I think like in any other season he probably would be #1. But Steinar's had like such an insane season this season. Yeah, it's difficult to not put him in either the top 2, you know. And again, I think just based on numbers, 2 regionals is we see more.
Yeah. TZ?
Yeah, the reason why I brought Rajev in second team and not in the first one is because he started the year insanely, like he did the last year. I can even say that he was the player to beat from all the seasons because he was unstoppable last season. Like every tournament that he plays, that tournament won, and he started this year in the same way. But then suddenly, when we face the second part of the season, I think he took some vacations or he just fall apart a little bit from the scenes. And there's where my new cousin TC Steiner brought the papers to be in the first spot, because we know that Steiner is an impeccable trainer, but the way of how he played through all the tournaments that he played, including the biggest tournaments like the internationals, was the reason why he went, at least for me, to be in the first team. And Rajev, even if he didn't play too much like Steiner did, I think he's the one of the favorites from the Latam area, most likely to not just reach day 2 but also maybe reach day 3, because yeah, you cannot sleep on Rajev is just a beast playing any format, and of course we know how he can do in open formats like Worlds is going to be.
Yeah, definitely. Fourth place or third place finish at Worlds last year too. And
Mhm.
I think for me, like looking at their resumes for this season, Zardy's actually a lot more consistent than Harjev,
Yeah.
but at the same time too, winning 2 regionals is no joke. So that was what
Yeah.
did it for me. So even though Zardy actually had more head-to-head wins against Harjev in this one, but we'll talk more about Zardy later on. So I think for the most part, we have consensus on Harjev on that one. And then we go to Oceania. And I think this one we'll probably mostly all agree on. So we actually have TZ who put Jumpy, but Jumpy is in that first spot. And then everyone else put Gone 1001. And TZ put him as the first one. I think we all agree on this one, unless we need to debate it. But I think there's really no one else that could be in the second spot if it's not Jumpy.
Yep.
All right. And then for the last one, this one for the most part was consistent. We had 4 votes for APAC for Pokemon Moneymaker. Arguably the best Oceania player here as well. And then we have 1 vote for Master Mihir. The 1 vote for Master Mihir was from Anacor, so I'll let Anacor take the floor on this one.
Anacor, did you understand the assignment?
Again, I didn't. But you know what the thing is, though, is I think when it comes to, like, okay, obviously with Eels, it was easier to put him in first place because, he's competed in a lot of tournaments outside of APAC. So now I think it's a bit more difficult to rate people because obviously, Pokemon Moneymaker is one of the few players who constantly just pull up his thing. Who competes in Oceania quite a lot, and so he's got like results from there, and obviously they are quite good results. I picked Master Mihir because in terms of PJCS, so only in the APAC circuit, Pokemon Moneymaker managed to scrape just about and get his qualification, which is also kind of wild because actually if he didn't get the 64th position, then he would not have qualified for World with 3 medals, and Master Mihir has just been, like pretty consistent. If I was the person who's supposed to put the data up and haven't, but I think he obviously won the whole thing, but I think he also came first in the qualifier.
He came first in the India playoffs.
Yeah, in the playoffs he came first, but I was wondering about qualifier and him.
I'm not sure for the qualifier. And then he played in 2 North America regionals this season. He got 33rd in both.
I guess that's points against him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Pokemon Moneymaker's are good for that because, yeah, I mean, was it second, third, and second?
Yeah, second, third is Pokemon Moneymaker. For those that don't know, he has the highest average finish in all of Oceania in history, which is kind of insane. For anyone that's played in, I think like at least 2 tournaments or more, because maybe there's like a one-off person. I don't know. That might not be thinking of. But third in Perth last year, first in Melbourne last year, and then got second Brisbane this year, third in Sydney, and then second in Melbourne. So pretty crazy stuff, right? Second, third just for the season. I do think that you make a good point that him barely qualifying through PGCS might be a slight knock to his resume, but generally speaking, I still and that's the tough part with APAC players. There's just less data points, right, for us to go off.
Yeah, and I think then comparing the fact that Mihir's also taken part abroad and not performed as well, yeah, I think putting Pokemon Moneymaker.
Yeah. I think you could make the argument that the Oceania tournaments are smaller than the NA tournaments that Mihir played in versus the ones in Oceania. However, even though they're smaller, I don't think anyone else can get 2 seconds and a third that easily either, right, in Oceania. Yeah. So I think it's a tough one. Amanda and TZ, anything to add to this conversation?
Just one small thing, and I'm sure most people who are listening back to this know already, but since Pokemon Maker is actually not from Oceania, he's part of the APAC region, he doesn't qualify for Worlds off of championship points. So the only way he could qualify by that is by winning them, and he's come so close every time. But like Anacor said, he qualified actually through the Asian qualifiers.
Yeah.
You know what? It's probably worth him just like renting a place in Australia and changing his residential address. Probably give him somewhere to stay as well, you know, when he goes.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. TZ?
Yeah, I just want to add that because the barrier language and the time zone that we have, especially with the APAC zone and the APAC players, we don't know too well all the names, all the people that play and compete all over those tournaments. So we know that there's a lot of trainers from those countries that are very good at this game. So that's the reason why Pokemon Maker for me it should be in this spot, because across all of those players, being always in the top against all of those players is the reason why, at least for me, it's in that spot. And the reason why as well is in the second spot is because he has to share with Bilseboy in this area, because if Bilseboy is not there, he should be the number 1.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so I think we do have consensus on Pokemon Moneymaker, but Masumi here may join the conversation in the third All-Pro team. And speaking of third All-Pro team, we are going to get into that one as we have our first and second All-Pro team sorted out. And this is where things get even more wild, because we have a lot less consensus on this one. But, like I said, for Rise occasion to be considered for first, second, and third All-Pro, says something about him, and that's where I draw the line. Rise Occasion is my vote for this one. We have PP Steve. He puts former world champion and international champion, it's Axon. Good shout out there. We have Cy Rhino from Amanda, the reigning NAIC champion. A very standout performance, especially in the last few months from him. We got S. James P. from Anacor. Maybe possibly didn't understand the assignment on this one as well too, but we'll get to that. And then we have of course Rise Vacation from TZ Spence as well on this one. So well, we talked a lot about Rise already, so let's talk about some of the other ones. Axon, we can't really talk too much on because Steve isn't here, but I'll go over his resume briefly from this season. Honestly, in my opinion, one of the best players in our circuits. But looking at specifically his resume from this season, very, very good resume, I would say. But reason why I didn't put him over Rise is because maybe not as good as some of his past performances. So 5th place in Las Vegas to start things off. 4th at LAIC. 4th, getting a trophy at International is still no joke. 65th at EUIC, which is not bad, just short of top cut there. 33rd at Seattle. 4th at Houston, and then 9th at NAIC. So 1 top cut at International, and 2 medals, 2 4th places, and a 5th place at Vegas is Axon's resume. And then we have Cy Rhino. Amanda, do you want to share why you picked Cy Rhino?
I will, but of course, I'm going to make sure that Ryza takes that spot since he keeps getting knocked down. But Cy Rhino, he's like a player who hasn't competed so much, and he's also a very young, kind of an upstarted player. But I played against him in grassroots tournaments, so I've known about him for like years, and he's just always been wildly good, and I'm really glad that he finally had the opportunity to showcase that on the big stage, knocking out huge names at NAIC.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, again, he might be like he could win all of Worlds, and I wouldn't be like the most surprised because he hasn't made a single top cut until like the last regional of this year for NA, or the last one he played in, which was LA. It was first ever day 2, first ever top cut, and then he just wins NAIC afterwards. So he might be like at his prime that we are just not aware of. So. But I think for me personally, Bryce had a much more standout season, even despite the fact that Cy Rhino won the last international of the year. And then we got S. James P. from Anacor. Curious to hear your thoughts on this one.
Yeah.
Not to laugh at S. James P. By the way, I think he's actually one of the best players.
Oh no, it's
for
more
sure.
like understanding how this works. I think the thing is when I put his name down, I was pretty much thinking, I was like, this guy literally qualified for Worlds off of 2 tournaments. Because I think when he went into Indianapolis, he was like, I don't think he's done any locals, so
yeah,
it was
if anything,
basically
he had like very few points, like nothing.
Yeah, so I think it was just like, you know, he had to win Indianapolis. That was the goal. And he came just short at 3rd. And then so now it's like, okay, well, I've got one more shot, which is to get enough points at NAIC to actually, you know, qualify. And he was tearing up that losers bracket. I kind of remember because I feel like he beat a lot of people where I was like, okay, you know, there are people I don't want to be, you know, knocked out of the tournament, but at the same time, like, I'm a bit of an SJ fan, so I was like, oh, this is, you know, kind of cool. And, you know, took it into top 16. So that was my my thinking there, and I think in any other game, it would be valid, but I guess this is not the game we're playing right
Maybe not. So it seems like myself and Mandy
I
and
think
PZ are
Rise.
on the Rise side, and I think you are too. So
Yeah,
we will.
yeah. I mean, Rise has had a crazy season.
Yeah, we will move these to the honorable mentions. Because I think there are some solid honorable mentions for sure. But that will close things out for NA. Although any of these can still be in contention for MVP, so be on the lookout for it.
Yeah.
Does BJ count as NA though?
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Wait, who voted for BJ again? Someone voted for
Me.
Okay.
Where did you vote for BJ actually?
But I vote him in another region.
I see. Okay, yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah. I think that's fair too. We'll talk about that. Yeah, because technically, I guess BJ is NA this season.
Yeah, true. I guess.
Yeah. But all right, so let's talk about EU. So EU, I put down Colin 6. He didn't win an event this season, but he got a 2nd place at a regional, 2nd place at EUIC, just very high finishes across the board, which is why I kind of put him there. We have Tauntaun Batus, who I believe was Steve's pick, won a regional and just, you know, has won multiple events throughout the years as well. But specifically to this season, he won a regional. First to win with Aegis Slash in the world. We have Boom 20 from Amanda, which I think is actually a great shout. Also a player that didn't win an event this season, but has a ton of top finishes. I think 2 2nd place finishes, I believe. And we have Colin 6 from Anacor. And we have Tauntaun Batus from TC. So this is an interesting one because we got 2 votes for Tauntaun, 2 votes for Colin, and 1 vote for Boom. Let's start with the Tauntaun ones. We'll start with TC on this one because Steve's not here to talk about that one. But what was your thought process between Tauntaun for this one?
I think Tauntaun it's very important for this spot because Tonton has something that shares with Martin. He plays with Pokemon that are not meta. I remember a situation that we had this season when AXN wrote a tweet or a message on X saying that AG Slash will not win any tournament, and then Tonton came won a tournament at regional using the AG Slash. So that's the reason why most likely Tonton is at least very important to have in this conversation, because also he just won more than once, but also he shares that competitive feeling to bring a spicy pick or a very wild team to try to be competitive, but also trying to not be easy to read, because the reason of why meta Pokemon are meta is because those are the best, but also they are very readable. So bringing a spicy team or a spicy pick or something that is not on the table gives you sometimes something in your favor. And Tonton, also being a very good player, helped him to win several tournaments, and we just saw that situation with the Eggy Slash.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and on top of that, he ran a Shadow Hydreigon too, which is even crazy.
Yeah, also that
Yeah.
combination was insane. And after that tournament,
Yeah.
we started to saw the Shadow Hydreigon, especially in GBL.
Yep. Yeah, and then Aegis Slash 2 started winning a bunch after that, and Axon was getting mentioned a lot on Twitter as a result. So
Exactly.
to recap Tauntaun's season this season, 49th at Gdansk, 5th at Stuttgart, 4th at Birmingham, 25th at UIC, which is the top cut there, 1st in Prague, which is with the Aegis Slash and Shadow Hydreigon, and then 129th at NAIC. Maybe not the best performance, but it's a limited meta is a little bit different there too. So a fantastic season. Let's talk to Amanda about why she picked Boom, because Boom did indeed lose to Tauntaun in the Prague, but he has also had quite the season. 7th at Frankfurt, 2nd at Gdansk, 3rd at Stuttgart, 2nd at Prague. Pretty crazy consistency, like almost rivals that of Inadequins. And funny enough, I believe he did lose to oh no, maybe he didn't lose to Inadequins actually. But yeah, he has a really good season. And the tournament that he did lose to against Tauntaun, he also actually beat Tauntaun the first time round in the winners bracket, but it looked like a completely different matchup when they went to the grand finals. So why did you vote for Boom?
So you mentioned those 4 tournaments, and I just want to say Boom has only ever played 5 tournaments total. And I know that we're not really counting last season, but it was like he played Lille, which was 2 seasons ago, and he beat everyone there. It was the first tournament he ever entered. He qualified for Worlds off of 1 tournament. He couldn't compete at Worlds last year. He can't compete at Worlds this year either. But he doesn't play that often, but when he plays, he has always been able to make it to the top cut. So that's like a pretty consistency thing. And I mean, like, I'm a little bit partial because he lives in Belgium. He's Belgian, I live in Belgium.
Hey,
but I've just been able to see him play a lot. And so I think he's really good. He's never lost a game at the tables. And he's had more on-stream matches than off. So it's just, he hasn't played at all, and he's still doing this well. He definitely gets a consideration, I think, for the all-pro team.
Yeah, I think you make a great case there too. I mean, you're probably feature a lot on stream when you win that much, so makes sense there. And then myself and Anacor voted for Colin 6, who actually played in a lot of tournaments this year, 10 tournaments in total. So his recap of the season was 65th in Lille, 3rd in Gdansk, 17th at LAIC, which is top cut there for international, 2nd at Stuttgart, 9th at Toronto, 7th at Birmingham, 2 back-to-back top cuts there as well, 2nd at UIC, at international, 13th at Prague, 9th at Utrecht, and 17th at NAIC, which again, also top cut for international bases. So that makes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 top cuts in a row. Only top cut he didn't make, only day 2 in top cut he didn't make was Lille, which was the first tournament of the season. And then he went 9 straight top cuts, which is insane. I didn't realize it was this impressive, but yeah, Anacor, what do you have to say about this one? Did you get the assignment for this one or not? I'm not sure at this point.
Again, I didn't. Well, I mean, no. The thing is, I kind of did, right? But like, also, for me, Boom wasn't a consideration because I was like, he's not going to Worlds. Was all I was thinking. However, I think I am convinced. I think I would actually switch my vote to Boom because, like, out of he's played 4 tournaments, and like he's done a Pokemon Maker on like 3 of them, you know.
Yeah.
Which is again is like kind of crazy. And I think even if you obviously Colin's like incredibly consistent normally, and I know we're not comparing previous seasons, but I'd say like outside of EUIC second place, like it's maybe lower for Colin standards. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if we take the best finishes from Colin and the best finishes from Boom, I guess the best 4 finishes, right? Because there's only 4 there. I'm kind of convinced on Boom. You know, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. What are you gonna say on TC?
Yeah, I just want to add that Anicor is the best customer because whatever you sell, he's going to buy it. So that comes into point.
Well, you know, I will say this, even though I voted for Colin as well, and I'm actually still pretty impressed by Colin's resume, even going through it just now. I actually was sold on Amanda's sell for Boom too. So
Awesome.
I think we have consensus here actually, and it looks like Boom is our 3rd All-Pro team because the consistency is insane. Just like lifetime consistency in general, but I mean 4 out of his 5 tournaments were this season, and he's proven that his 1 win last season was by no means a fluke, right? And by no means luck. Like it's crazy consistent. Is he going to Worlds for sure this year? Oh,
no, he
not?
can't make it this year.
Oh,
no,
man, dude, that's I really want to see him at Worlds. I know he couldn't make it last year as well. So, okay, well, that's very unfortunate. But I guess we'll continue to see his dominance next year in EU. So we do have Boom locked in. Very honorable mentions though for both Colin and Tauntaun, and Colin mentioned multiple times throughout as well. So definitely someone that could have easily been in any of the All Pros. I think. I mean, EU is kind of when these 2 are at the top 2, like you don't have a lot of room for flexibility, right? Like you kind of fighting for 3rd is still like a pretty hard task with Inadequates and Pato grabbing all those top spots. All right, for LATAM. We have, I voted for Zardy, PPC voted for Zardy, Amanda voted for Marto, and, actually, I should say, Amanda, TZ, and Anacor voted for Marto, so I'm the odd one out here, me and Steve. Let me hear why, well, we talked a lot about Zardy already, right, so I think that's already well stated, but why Marto Galde for you all? We'll go top from bottom, starting with Amanda.
I mean, I'm going to have to say, though, that I'm probably going to switch my vote to Zardy because I had Zardy in the 2nd place, right?
Okay,
and
fair.
so
that makes a lot of sense.
So while I do think that Marto is incredibly good, I will put him down below Zardy as I did on my list.
Okay. Let me recap Marto's resume as well from this season. So obviously very accomplished player just in general. 3rd place at Monterrey, 13th at Belo Horizonte, 7th at Buenos Aires, 3rd at LAIC, which is insane, especially for international. 65th at Toronto, 7th at Merida, 9th at Santiago, and 49th at NAIC. Multiple top cuts. 3 medals / trophies, 1 being at LAIC is pretty crazy. Losing only to Nighttime Clasher and Potamon, which obviously well-accomplished players there. But still had an incredible season. And so TZ seemed like he was going to switch it up as well. Oh, also, by the way, Fine Peng, thanks so much for rate. Appreciate it. Anacor, what are your thoughts after the discussions we've had so far?
Yeah, I might switch it as well. Again, I think it's not understanding the assignment.
Yeah,
is definitely,
I mean, there's a lot of good players too, right? So.
Yeah, and I think, it looks like Zardy's had. I mean, I think maybe it's like a biased way of looking at it, but he's had more medals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, that's like what's picking it. Had more medals, like a bit more consistency, I'd say, across the season. But I feel like they've had both like very similar seasons, so I'm basing it on the medals a bit more.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think like also just in general,
I guess also he's won a regional and Marto hasn't. And that was like the differing thing for, Zardi versus Hajev. So
yeah,
I think it's really fair that would be a thing here.
I would say so. All right. I mean, Marshall obviously one of the best players in our circuit for sure. But he's had a good season too, but maybe not comparable to our top 3 in LATAM. So looks like we do actually have consensus on that one pretty quickly. All right, so Zardi, lock it in. Like I said, Zardi was mentioned many times prior, and I think for good reason, as he does lock in that 3rd All-Pro. And then for the Oceania, we have mostly consensus here. I voted for They Love Jai, as well as PP Steve, as well as Anacor and TZ, and we got the 1 vote for Avrip. So this one's kind of tough because there's only so many events in Oceania, and unless they all like travel outside of Oceania, which is super expensive, it's probably not possible for many. So Amanda, your case for Avrip.
I mean, again, I mostly understood the assignment, but I also I think it's so difficult to not take into past world or like past seasons accolades.
Yeah.
And I think Avrip is one of the players who's consistently been very, very good for the Oceania region.
Yeah.
So he's still being able to do quite well, still make a name for himself. So I put him into consideration for that. I do agree that he hasn't had as good of season. And now that I got the boom vote swayed, I'm more willing to give up my vote in this.
Well, you don't have to give up anything. yeah. It doesn't have to be give or take there. But yeah, I mean, Avrip, one of the few people in the entire world to qualify for Worlds every single season, including this one too. So very, very impressive feats. 7th place at Brisbane, 5th place at Sydney, and 4th place at Melbourne, which did get him a medal. It's kind of tough when Pokemon Moneymakers, crossing the ocean to dominate your local region. But the same could be said about They Love Jai, and They Love Jai also has had a solid season. So overall, he actually went to Lille, so 33rd there, and then 5th at Brisbane, 2nd at Sydney, and then 129th at UIC. So honestly, not like that different, I would say. I think the thing that sets him apart from me was the 2nd place at Sydney. And, the international performances maybe not as strong, but at the same time, too, we don't really have that same comparison for Avrip. So that's kind of where I stand on that one. Any final words on this one from TZ and Anacor?
No, I'm okay. I mean, it's pretty simple. They compete, but they don't have the same results like the other that are in the 1st and 2nd team.
Yes, definitely. Anacor?
Yeah, not really. I think similarly to the Zardi decision, where it's like 2nd place is swaying it, because like you said, they are like relatively similar performances.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. I think we will lock in Jai for that one, but still a stellar performance from Avrip, and I'm sure he'll put on quite the performance at Worlds as well. And then this rounds it out with APAC, our 3rd All-Pro. So I have Master Mihir, as well as Steve and Amanda, and Anacor has Yodada from Taiwan, and then BJ Pawat for TZ. Technically, BJ is an NA now, but we can talk about his run this season as well too. Let's start with Anacor on Yodada. Why Yodada here?
Yeah, that was, again, I didn't understand.
He's a great player, though, for what it's worth.
Yeah. The thing is, again, my thinking behind Yodada was that, like, with with a lot of the APAC players, right? Like obviously, they're all skilled, right? So like nobody can really dispute that because it's quite difficult to qualify in the first place. There's not a lot of opportunity. There's only one. However, I feel like because they don't have as much in-person experience, in this case, it's like very difficult to predict who is going to be able to perform in person at Worlds with all the added pressure, especially knowing that like this is your like second or third time actually competing on the circuit all year. And the reason I picked Yodada is just because like he's been a very strong player since like as long as I've known, at least since beginning of the championship series. And I think also he has a tendency to run like quite weird off meta stuff, but also he has like a bit of a mentality where he's not like, I don't know, it's almost like he doesn't take it like super serious. And funnily enough, I think those two things together are actually quite good in terms of when it comes to playing in a live scenario, because I think one, having these like off meta picks means is something that TZ Spence was saying earlier, right? It means your opponents are less versed in the matchups, but then sort of more nonchalant attitude is also good in terms of managing pressure as well, isn't it? So I was just thinking like, I reckon if anyone, he probably would be a good fit for like playing in a live environment.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're not playing this game in it.
Well, I feel like the way you're selling it too, you're kind of trying to describe yourself and how you would play at Worlds. So try to be like, I'm gonna go there nonchalant.
But you know what's interesting, right? Is that like last year's Worlds, right? Pokemon Maker had obviously, come from an insane Oceania run, right, and also a good PJCS run as well, right? And he was telling me on the day, he was like, for me, the nerves are like quite high, like the pressure's quite high compared to the tournaments that he'd done earlier in the season, and he didn't really perform in the same way. And I think this is a thing with most players as well, where it's like that pressure is sometimes you're your own worst enemy, and just because you're performing like maybe on like a local regional stage, world stage is a bit more different. So
definitely. Okay, good point.
Wrong game.
Funny enough, this is the only picture I could find of Yodada, and it was a picture with me actually on the side. I cropped myself out, obviously. And then we have BJ Pawa. Oh, you also did vote for Masumi here in an earlier.
I did,
so
yeah.
I think that makes sense.
You know what? J-Jan made a good point about Davide, because he technically qualified twice through PJCS and then also through winning. I don't remember if it was like Sydney.
I
think it was Sydney. No, it wasn't Sydney. It was first one, Brisbane. So to be honest, wait, it wasn't Brisbane either. Was it Melbourne?
No, wasn't it someone else?
It was Melbourne. It was Melbourne.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I think that's a.
You are the APAC like expert here.
I know. I feel like Davide is worth an honorable mention.
I think so too. I forgot that he won a regional in Oceania as well. But I felt the least confident on the APAC selection just because there's just lack of data points there. So I was going to defer to Anacor, but he picked up Yodada instead. So here we are. Nothing against Yodada, by the way. He's a fantastic player, great guy. And then we have BJ Pawa, who technically isn't in Oceania or APAC. So we technically will count him out for that one because he's not in that region, but had a good season. And to be fair, he never announced that he was moving from APAC to NA, but this was his first actual season in NA despite playing in some regionals here before. 65th at Pittsburgh, 9th at Milwaukee, 65th at Seattle, 9th at Houston, 25th at Indianapolis, and we will see him at Worlds because they make that qualification. But yeah, this means that we have our full first, second, and third All-Pro selections locked in. Appreciate you all sending in the votes. And this means we have ourselves an MVP to select here. And we did get the MVP votes
with
as well.
Just before, like, and we had obviously not right now.
Yes.
But can we add Davide to the honorable mention.
Well,
that was right.
well, I won't make an honorable mentions graphic, unfortunately. But
Oh, okay. I thought you were like posting tier list or something.
yes. But I'll only have the actual like all pros and stuff. Yeah, the honorable mentions, unfortunately, would not
Oh, right. Okay, I see.
that one. Yeah. So I'm sure people have their own guesses on what the MVP selection will be. And
Yo, everyone, write in the chat what's your
who
MVP
do you think it
selection?
is? And funny enough, there wasn't full consensus on this one, actually. So the votes were kind of split 3-1-1. So before we reveal it, if anyone has any guesses, feel free to drop that. But this is MVP of the entire regular season of Pokemon Go for the 2026 season, so including all 3 internationals, all the regionals and special events and qualifiers all the way throughout. And so we have a guess for Martine, which is the most winningest player overall. Not honorable enough to get a mention on Caleb's Twitter. But I think JJen is putting in a vote for Potamon as well. All right, so we will do the big reveal here. Let me just make sure that this is. I just want to make sure I don't see anything super weird when I reveal this. Okay, yeah, here we go. All right, so I'll share you all a little story here. So we did votes, and I looked through the votes here. I was like, oh wow, it actually wasn't unanimous, which I thought was a little bit of a surprise. We had 3 votes for Potamon, and the other 2 votes, one was just Pato, spelled with the numbers, and the other one was Pato, spelled with the letters. So, of course, the unanimous MVP of the regular season for 2026 is Pato Man, defending EYC 2-time champion, winning an international trophy in every international, all 3 this season, and also has won at least one event, to my knowledge, multiple medals as well. Yeah. And very, very well deserved. And I mean, he didn't really drop off at all from his 2nd place finish at Worlds. If anything, I feel like he leveled up even more. And he is a scary, scary threat for Worlds this year. But yeah, that is gonna do it for our All-Pro 2026 Pokemon Go selection. And obviously, some of these, a lot of the people in the honorable mentions, even people not in the honorable mentions, could have easily made it onto this list. But the field is absolutely stacked, and some of the stuff is just like, a lot of these players, you're like, whoa, like how are they not? But if you look at the resumes of the players that made the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, it's pretty wild. So I would say overall, in my opinion, I think the hardest region to compete against, are just like in terms of standings, probably EU. Not only because Pokemon's in it, but like the resumes of these 3 are like pretty insane from a consistency standpoint. But that's going to do it. And I'll give our fellow panelists a chance to, shout themselves out or plug anything they would like to before we close this off and I get into some queue times for GBL. We'll start with Amanda.
First, I kind of want to reiterate your point that if you would have shown me pretty much any of these names on the list, I could also agree and find contention for them being in any of the tiers. So there's a lot of really good players across the board that will be competing at Worlds, which I will be at. You can also follow me at Lundberger on X. And yeah, I'll see you around.
All right. Thank you for being here and being our EU rep, even though you're from NA and in Iowa right now, probably.
I am in Iowa right now.
Yeah. TZ?
Yeah, I just want to thank you to having me. It was a very fun interaction. I didn't had the chance to participate in something like this before. And yeah, I think it's going to be one of the most stacked tournaments for Worlds that we ever had. Not because this is the this is the one that we are going to have, but most likely because I think this is one of those tournaments where we want to see more action from specific battles, especially, for example, Patoman, Night Clasher, people from UE, people from Latam, the Sustainer, which comes in a very high momentum, also Sardi. So yeah, I think it's going to be amazing worlds, and definitely you don't want to miss any of those battles that we are going to have next week. So yeah, this is going to be amazing. And once again, thank you for having me.
Yeah, and you will be casting worlds as well on the
Yep.
Spanish production stream too. Where's the best way to people to find that if they want to tune into that stream?
Yeah, you can tune the stream here in Twitch. You just need to follow Pokemon Go Latin America, Pokemon Go app. That's the way of how you can check it. Also, you can watch the stream on Facebook if I'm correct. So definitely, Annie, or here in Twitch or Facebook, you can watch the stream on Spanish language, most likely.
All right, and there will be official LATAM broadcast as well
Yep.
next season. So
As well.
I'm sure we'll probably
Yeah,
see
it's going
you
to be
on
a
some
boost.
of those. So big congrats
Yeah.
on that one. And
Fingers crossed
Yeah.
that they select me to cast those tournaments.
yes. And then to close things off with Anacore.
Yeah, man.
The best
I
customer.
will- Yeah, nah. You know what? I'm just I'm looking forward to seeing everyone next week, I guess. And then I don't know, man. Might do some content or something in the new season. I feel like that'd be kind of fun. So
Yeah.
or whenever that happens, I guess.
Hey,
that'd
out
be
of the four of us here, you are the only one competing at Worlds, so we could be speaking to a
that's
future world champion. You know, get yourself on this tier list. I think as much as it's been a fun time having you on here, I think your personal goal is to not be eligible to be invited next year because you've been playing so well. You know, we don't want you voting for
See,
yourself.
now I've learned how this works.
yeah. I don't know how
He
this
finally
really,
has the
the
hang
invite
of
was
it.
an insult. Yeah.
yeah. Awesome. Well, yeah. Oh, anyway, I appreciate you all being a part of this panel, as well as PP Steve, who did get his votes in for this one as well. He was a big part of this, even though he couldn't join this. And if you're watching on YouTube, we'll catch you in the next one. Appreciate you all for being part of it. And if you're watching this live, I'm going to play some Scroll Cup in a little bit. You all can watch, or you don't have to, because it is Scroll Cup in GBL. But thanks to you all for being part of this, and I'll talk to you all later. I will also post an official graphic of all this on Twitter later tonight. I just got to make it pretty and find some good headshots for all these players. Maybe better than some of their Twitter bios, but that's just me. Okay, catch you all later. Thanks all for being a part of this.
Yep. Thanks, Caleb, for the invite.
All right. Okay, and that will do it for our All-Pro. Oh my goodness! Look at this cute cat. She's been here this whole time. All right, we're going to get into some GBL because, you know, we got some sets to play. We got some Cramorants to catch. And let's get into some Scroll Cup as managed to hit Legend with this, which was pretty fun. And some people think that the team doesn't work really well anymore, but I don't know. I think it's still solid. So anyway, sorry for not being able to kind of respond to chat as much, just because I want to keep it on the conversation. But yes, hello cat indeed, Urizashi, and what's up, Gloss? You know, it's funny because I don't usually stream at this time, so I actually kind of miss out on a lot of my like APAC and European audience and Oceania, maybe not Oceania as much audience. So maybe I should stream at earlier times, but as someone that's not a morning person, that sometimes is a personal struggle of mine. So we'll do our best for the future. But let's get in some GBLs. I didn't play any yesterday. I was going to, but I was busy setting up this setup and stream, and had to sleep a little bit early. Oh, what's up, Inters? I'm not a person at all. I get it. Yeah, for sure. Which is probably why you're tuning into this right now. We would have probably aimed for a slightly later time, but I think it works out much better for the APAC audience, and I think this time is fine. It's just that, you know, that bruv Anacore, he's going out tonight. He's going to the club or something. I don't know where he's going, but so That is why. Oh, I need to probably. Do I need to bump down this music a little bit? Let me bump it down a little bit. Let me know if it's like too loud or too quiet or something. But I'm basically a night owl. Yeah. You know, I was a psychology major in college, and we read up on studies on this, and they found that people that are night owls, that are not morning people, are more likely to be on the creative side of things, or they are more likely to be serial killers. So it could go both ways. Sorry, not serial killers, psychopaths, which essentially a lot of them do turn into serial killers because they have like no basic empathy. Yeah, it's around one. Oh, okay, so it's still quite early. Maybe next year I shall start the stream even sooner. I mean, I will definitely wake up earlier to get more people available to watch. Like, it'll be a little bit rough for people in Hawaii, but I think there's less people in Hawaii that play this game than all of APAC. So there's that. But all right, let me mega evolve a water type so that in case we do get ourselves some what do you call it, some Cramorants, we have ourselves. Oh wait, yeah, no, that's fine. I was saying maybe I should do a flying type actually. Yeah, let me do that because I get more candies from the Mega 4, so let me actually do that because we'll get some more candies out of it. I do want to try to make a Cramorant for Ultra League if possible. It like barely even hits the mark, but it is possible to run it in Ultra League, and I'm genuinely curious. Having lost to a Mantian in Ultra League as well, I think Cramorant definitely has a lot more play. Yeah, it hits 24-21 in Ultra League, and if you best buddy it, it's 24-50. That's pretty serviceable, honestly. I have drifted a ton right now, but do you identify as creative type? Yeah, I would say so. My drawing skills are pretty bad, but I think like creatively, like from like how I think and stuff, I think I'm definitely on the more creative side. I mean, it's kind of my claim to fame was running a Lugia and a regional and Sylph back in the day. So, all right. Oh, whoa, insta Q? What the heck? We're approaching leaderboard area. So, let's see how this goes. All right, beautiful lead. One. Okay, they just swapped out. I think I'm gonna just throw a move and then dip out. Like, they kind of have to shield this or just get one shot. So I'm pretty happy with this potential result either way. All right, we'll come in Mandibuzz because Mandibuzz can tank this damage much better. Oh, dude, this poison jabs are kind of hurting already though. What do they run here? I feel like a lot of people run Trailblaze and Crunch, which means I just wall this thing off. Okay, we just never shield here. So do we need a hundo? Yeah, you need a hundo for it. So, what's your? I actually don't know what the anagram type is. I've taken the test before, but I'm like kind of blinking a little bit. All right, I don't want them to. Okay, they can technically swap over now. Oh, there it is. All right. You know, I don't hate this because Aura Wheel technically doesn't even KO from full health. I'm gonna bank the energy and swap over. I'll have to shield once, but that's okay. Okay. How much do I want to overfind by? Maybe I just throw 5 and go. I think they might throw right away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, they're at the move now. I don't think they're gonna shield this. I could be wrong though. I don't think my C-bomb is ready either. Okay, nice. What is their plan here? Because they're going to have to shield this as well, too. Oh, what the heck? Okay. This is pretty good for me, actually. If I could swap out, I will. Because I kind of don't want to get hit by a move. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, this is game. That's tough for them because they're kind of hard countered. Yeah, they know. What are they doing? Not tapping? Have I had any breakfast today? Yeah, I had some toast. I was eating some breakfast before the stream started because I knew that it was going to go for a hot minute. But I don't know if yeah, I think this person just quit out. That's fine. They might have closed the app or something. I don't know, because in the new system, when you close the app, it doesn't like lag out as much as it did before, or lag as much as it did before. You did climb with the team, 300 points on Go Battle Day. Yo, let's go. I know some people were complaining in my YouTube comments about like not making it teamwork, and I was just like, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's. I don't think everyone watched my video and started hard countering it. I think like generally speaking, like there's like a few core breakers, particularly like the Dark Dragons, and like Lucario is super annoying. But that's about it. So I don't know if it's like some people might not be playing it as well, but I remember having lots of yogurt on stream, dude. I still do. I still have yogurt and stuff. I just yeah, I just haven't really been eating it because it's just not nearly as appetizing, I guess. Oh my gosh, what's happening? What the heck? Oh, if they get to move first, we lagged. Oh my gosh, dude, what was that lag? How do we lag like 2 full turns before this? That was actually insane. I lagged like 4 turns, I think, there. 1, 2. Okay, that's really bad. I need to catch a move on my Murkrow at this point. That's so bad. That should not have happened. Okay. Oh, interesting. All right. 3, 4, 5. Easy catch. Drain Punch doesn't do that much, I guess, and it's non-shadow, so I don't hate it too much. I could technically peck down, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They throw it? Ooh, they threw on Charge Check priority? Really? That's really good for me, actually. All right, I can overfarm this. Oh, yeah, that's massive. Okay, we're still back in it. But yeah, that's so unfortunate. But Mandy is so bulky. Yeah, Mandy really is. Yeah, flying Umbreon is quite the play. Quite the statement there. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're just throwing Charge Check priority here. The secret sauce to this team is you need to run a really high attack Morpeko. I'm running a 15, 14, 15, and that's very, very important for this team because it's just like it's just really weak to Morpeko in general. 1, 2, 3. Oh god, that's huge. That's game. They're also running counter, so this team is also. I've also noticed a lot of people are super ABA weak to Dark Flyers for some reason. I don't really know why. It's like big disrespect from Manabuzz and Murkrow. Yeah, I don't know. Do I shield this? I guess I shield it. Yeah, I guess I shield it. They're not going to get to another move. I'm just going to pause. Okay. Yeah, there's just no way. Like, even if they bait there, I just pause there, or they try to swap, and I just air slash down. Let's see if we can climb the leaderboards with this one. Yo, what's up, Andrew? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the heart me. I appreciate the support. Do you focus on protein intake for your gains? Yes. So I think for anyone that's working out and stuff, trying to like gain muscle or get fit, there's 2 things that are really, really important. One is protein powder. Typically whey protein is much better for you unless you're like allergic to dairy or whatever. Maybe you don't want to eat dairy for like you know, animal rights reasons or whatnot. That being said, whey protein is really, really important, but you have to take it correctly. A lot of people don't. Mix it with only water. That's it. Don't mix everything else. The reason why whey protein works so well is because it's fast digestive, and if you mix it with other things, then you end up making it slow digestive. So, for example, if you mix it with milk, milk takes longer to digest than what do you call it? Than whey protein. So, because of that, it is much. Ooh, what the heck? I survived this, so I'm actually not even worried. So it slows down your protein absorption, which is not a good thing because. Oh, yeah, we get the full farm then. That's actually massive for me. Because essentially when you work out, especially if you're like lifting weights, you're tearing your muscle fibers. And because of that, your muscle fibers are craving protein, right? So to build back and to get your muscles bigger and stronger, it needs protein to do that. So if you intake protein right away after workouts, that's why you always drink your protein shake after workout, not before. It hits your muscles much faster. Now, you could also do the same thing by drinking milk, eating chicken, whatever, all this other protein. But the problem is you have to digest it because it's not just protein in there, right? There's a bunch of other things in there that will slow down your digestion. So because of that, that is something that you have to keep in mind when you are taking a protein powder and all those things. All right, I'm not going to shield this. I'm just assuming that they have something that beats me in the back. It could be like a fighter, which would be kind of annoying. Like Annihilate would be really bad here. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. Oh, it's counter too. I mean, I don't know if I could have played this any differently, all things considered. Maybe I could have brought the Murkrow into the Primeape instead. But yeah, I just had to get the 2 moves here. I don't know if I get there in time. Let's see if they throw a move or not. Oh, they throw a move? Really? I don't know if this is worth it. Because I avoid a counter. I think I had to go for the peck down. I don't think I get to 2 moves in time anyway. Please! Oh, huge. Oh, we tie! That was well played. I don't know if I could have done anything differently there. The only thing I guess I could have done is brought in Murkrow into the Primeape. But then I kind of have the shield. But it's not the worst shield, I guess, because, you know, Manabuz's not going to need the shields to Annihilate. So it kind of worked out. But, yeah. What's up, Johala? Actually, really cool. Keep up the good work. Hey, I appreciate it. Best Master League team I can use with Crown Zacian. So, Crown Zacian's really... Yeah, I did hit a legend. Yeah, appreciate it. Logilo. Crown Zacian is really strong. A really good pairing with that is Lunala. Lunala Crown Zacian is really, really strong. And you could just throw in a third. A lot of good third options are like Reshiram, Zekrom, Kyurem White, Palkia Origin. Those are really, really good. Dialga Origin I'm not as big of a fan of because it just loses so hard to Zacian, and you can't really grab a shield off of them either unless you shield yourself, and that's just not worth it. Yeah. So, yo, what's up, Mikey? Are you going to win? Are you going to Worlds? Yes, I am. I'm casting Worlds actually, so I will be there all the days working the event. Crazy Poke, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Bro, just name my team. Yeah, I mean, Master League is a small meta, so like it kind of makes sense, right? But those are really, really strong. Yeah. How strong is my Manabuzz? It is pretty strong, I would say. It's a pretty high rank one, yeah. You have a few hundred more Pekko. Should I build one? For Ultra League, it does seem like it's a fun one to run. I don't think it's actually good in Ultra League, but you never know. You never know. I don't know. Yeah, wait, isolate to be exact if I remember from my working out days. Yeah, yeah. Do I count my protein or just eyeball intake? So I think counting calories is important if you're like, depending on your workout goals, you're trying to cut and stuff. But for me, I'm trying to put on strength and muscle. So, ooh, let's swap. Is it Charm? Yeah, it is Charm. That's fine though. Oh my gosh, it's Charm Central. Holy. Okay. Well, there is that. That's so bad for me. That's really bad for me. Okay. I kind of had to shield everything. I think I probably just lose this straight up. But I can't really come in. Double Charm is insane, actually. I can't really come in more Pekko because I lose too much health, and like I just need to hope that they're kind of weak to Manabuzz like all the way throughout. It doesn't seem likely. Actually, it might be. Because that's a Meowscarada and a... Oh, no. Then they have a Manabuzz hard answer, right? Yeah, I think I lose this. 1, 2. We get him... Okay, the farm down's pretty big. I don't think they come in Meowscarada. Oh, wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4. I need a catch. Oh, we do get a catch. Wait, that's actually kind of a big catch. Hold up now. They are super weak to Manabuzz. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I don't gotta move off there. I think I resist everything here, but I don't know. It's pretty awkward, yeah. Wow. Okay. This is a pretty crazy team, not gonna lie. I think this person already hit Legends, but they're probably just like messing around. I don't think Charm is that good, but I'm just... Oh, wait, what? Hold on. Can we win this? They're at 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think we lose this, unfortunately. One foul play is not even enough to KO, so I think I made it pretty close given the circumstances, but Maybe I shouldn't have gone for the catch. I don't know. I think the catch is fine. It's just, yeah, we didn't really have a lot of options here. Yeah, that's the game. Well played. GG's. Double charm. Yeah, ABA charm on top of it, which is crazy. I don't mind one charm, but ABA charm is kind of tough. I mean, my whole team loses to it, right? At the same time, their whole team loses. Their Jellicent loses to everything on my team as well. So, what was Master League meta? What do you mean? What is it? Like, what was it? What do you mean? But yeah, Master League is a pretty stable meta because, like, the buffs and nerfs to the moves every 3 months is not really that impactful for Master League because a lot of the Master League Pokemon use signature moves, right? You got like Draco Meteor, Fusion Flare, Fusion Bolt, Behemoth Blade. So like a lot of these moves aren't really going to change because they're like only like 1 or 2 Pokemon learn it in the entire game, right? And it's usually specific to that Pokemon. So like if they do touch those moves, it's usually a very direct nerf to a specific Pokemon in the Master League, right? I think like they nerfed like Spatial Rend a few months ago, and that was because they're targeting Palkia Origin. There's no other Pokemon in the game that learns it besides not even regular Palkia, right? So it's rare that the meta shift a lot in Master League. Like it'll shift a little bit, right? Like for example, they like changed Drill Run this season. So maybe you see a little bit of Rhyperior here or there. Or like when they buffed Shadow Ball, like that was a decent implication for Master League because it buffed Lunala. Golden Gold got a little bit better as well. So those are like some symptoms. So for the most part, Master League doesn't change that much, which but I think it's probably the best meta there is for PvP right now. But yeah, what's up, Nick? Do you have any prediction for Worlds in the end? There are so many potential trainers this year. It's so hard. I always say that whoever wins Worlds is a really good player. But at the same time, people that don't win Worlds, that might even go 0-2 or 1-2, could still be like the 2nd, 3rd, 4th best player in the world even. But it's just that when you're a really good player facing off against really good players, you don't have a lot of room for error. Sometimes you have no room for error. Like you could play the game perfectly and still lose. The difference between that and like at a regional or international is that a lot of people at regionals and internationals are not nearly as good. So you might get completely RPS'd. But let's say you're like Potterman, like, you know, maybe the best player in the world right now. You can outskill your opponents. You could count on them to make certain mistakes. As long as you play the game perfectly, you just do whatever you can and wait for them to make a mistake or hope they make a mistake. So that's why I think Worlds is always just like way harder to figure out like who would win because you just like never know, right? Oh, we got a pretty big down pair. Yeah. Do you drink whey every day or are you making focus on foods for protein? Yeah, so I only drink whey when I after I work out. I don't drink it like just to get my protein intake, right? Because it's mostly just to ensure you get like your protein intake, I guess. Oh, the second thing, probably more important than even whey protein, 2, 3, hold on, 4, is creatine. Creatine is probably the most studied substance on this planet outside of caffeine. And all the studies pretty much show that it's good for you on multiple fronts. It's good for people that are lifting heavy or doing like high intensity volume training, like sprinters, you know, like certain athletes, all that stuff, right? I think I might just go for the farm down, actually. I think this is actually a good play. We'll see. I don't know. Flipping switch here is kind of sus. Maybe I shouldn't have done this. Let's see. Yeah, I kind of am starting to regret this a little bit. Okay. Well, we get a shield back against a Kingdra. Unless they don't call me Kingdra. No, they do. Okay. We get a shield back. That's kind of good. And we have mana bust for later. I don't know what they have in the back, though. It's a problem. If it's their own Morpeko, I think I lost. I kind of regret doing that. Maybe I should just farm down instead. I don't know. Let's see what they have. Because a lot of people don't have great answer mana buzz. So shield advantage. Well, I wouldn't have gone to shield advantage. I would have had a shield anyway, but. Interesting. Oh, I'm a little worried about what they have in the back. Okay. That makes sense, I guess. I need to get to a move before they do. They're gonna just farm me down, right? Yeah, that's kind of bad for me. Okay, so they have to full send the bug buzz at some point. No, I need to catch there. Yeah, I would lose this. Dang, I should have just not shielded there because if I farm down, I'm in a much better spot. All right, I still have the chance to farm this down, but it seems unlikely. The bug bites just do way too much. Yeah, this thing's way too bulky. And they still have the Kingdra. GG's. Yeah, I should have just not shielded there, but Rapier's so button master. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's not great, but it's something, I guess. But that's really interesting. I'm really excited for this year's Worlds. Can't wait to see. Yeah, for sure. It should be a pretty good one. It's also the biggest Worlds to date in terms of people that have that are attending. Yeah. Aaron and Jomar, thank you for the follows. Appreciate it. Yeah. So creatine is really, really good, right? For muscle gain purposes. It's essentially like, it's not like there's no protein in it. It's essentially, it gives your body more energy to do things. So it's really good for like you know, very fast, high intensity athletes. It's not really as good if you're like a marathon runner, but it could be okay. It's not like bad for you by any means. Good for you if you're like a lifter, but it's also good for your brain. It's good for your like brain in terms of like your thinking clarity. And I was also reading up on this, which is crazy, but it's also good for women that are going through their luteal phases or menopause. It's insane. Like the amount of benefits that creatine does for people is crazy. And you just take like a teaspoon or something, like 5 grams a day, and that's all you need. Like you don't need it much. TMI, but I was taking a little bit too much this past fall, and I was just like eyeballing it. And I was doing way too much creatine, and it wrecked me. Like I was just like on the toilet all the time. I was like having like, you know, the runs all the time. I was like, what is going on? Is something bad in my fridge? Because it was really like, I was like, even after I cooked like a meal, like it's not even like leftovers. I was like, what the heck is happening, right? Even if like the leftovers there for one day, it shouldn't cause that. And then I looked into it. I was like, oh, I'm taking way too much creatine. I should have not been just like eyeball. Because I'll just do a spoonful. I was thinking probably like 15 grams or so, like triple the amount I should be taking. So yeah, so I used to mix whey with creatine, but the problem is creatine is it has a lot of water retention. It would just make me like nauseous. Like I would just want to throw up. I'd be so bloated afterward. It was not a fun time. So because of that, yeah, I actually I stopped doing that. And dude, I'm trying to think here. I kind of want to pivot out because the Murkrow is fine in the back. I feel like they have a fighter or something. I might just pivot out to my my, what do you call it, Morpeko afterward, because I'm not that worried about what they have in the back. Because yeah, I think I need the man butt just in case they have like a fighter or something. I just realized I'm like optimizing for no reason here. There's no optimizing here. Yeah, so I used to mix creatine with whey, and I would just be so bloated afterward. So what I've been doing lately with creatine, and I thought this was super weird at first when my friend do it, you just do dry scoop. You just take a spoonful, shove it in your mouth, right? And you just drink water afterward. Creatine is like tasteless for the most part, unless you buy like a brand with a flavor. But there's still like some, it's like consuming sand with no flavor. Like it's like almost like a little like sand-like in a way, but yeah, it's a little weird. Okay, let's do this, I guess. Yeah, there it is. It's pretty awkward, but they're going to shield this, I would assume. Yeah, because this is what I was worried about, right? I was worried about, like, the Annihilate counter me down and stuff like that. Okay. We will... Ooh, I almost came in Murkrow. Let's do this, I guess. I'm gonna shield once. This is probably Ice Punch. Okay, that's fine. I can do that. 1, 2. Okay, I'm gonna throw on bad timing on purpose. Ooh, this is still pretty awkward for me if they shield, but that's okay. Oh, they don't shield. Perfect. Okay, now we do this. They're ahead on energy, though, I think. It's just a twister. Like, we kind of have to shield it. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Maybe you go Water Pulse after this. I think I lose this. I don't know what the plan there is. Maybe when I come in Gastron, I should come in Murkrow. I think that's a better play. These players are playing it well. Wait, whoa, what are they doing? What are they doing? Why did they throw extra one? Oh, they threw that. Yeah, there's no need. Why would they do that? Because I think I'm in Twister range now. Okay. Well, that's good for me. Yeah, okay. I think in the future, when they come in a Mud Boy, I need to come in Murkrow. Because Murkrow could get way more value. And there's just, like, so many, like, Annihilate these days. They might still get there, though. I don't know. Oh, they still do. Wow. That's crazy. Okay, yeah. I need to come in Murkrow. Like, I read exactly what they had in the back. But the problem is the Annihilate can just counter me down. And it gets super, super awkward. Yeah. But... oh, Zinc Magnesium. Yeah, so I used to do Zinc Magnesium as well. It gave me some really weird dreams. Yeah, ZMA. Yeah. Dude, Zinc Magnesium. So it's like it was like in a plastic capsule that dissolves in your stomach, right? And I remember I took Zinc Magnesium once before bed, drank your water, and I guess the capsule got stuck in my throat or something. Because I was like burping a little bit, and then I coughed. And I'm in the mirror because I was about to brush my teeth. I coughed out a cloud of zinc magnesium. And I could taste the bitterness of the zinc and magnesium because of it. It was so weird. I was like, what the heck is going on? Yeah, some people, so a lot of like lifters and stuff do take it. I didn't really see as much of a benefit from me, but I do think it does help with like sleep purposes. But I just kind of stopped taking it because it was just like, it was putting me to sleep. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Let's see if they throw or not. They're 1 over, I think. 9. Okay. They throw on 9. Okay, so we'll just throw on 4, I guess. Kind of want to save my energy, so I'll probably just show the C-Bomb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? Maybe they weren't at the move. I don't know. This is pretty awkward for me, but I mean, yeah, if they have a Morpeko on the back, I lose, right? There's not much I could do about that. We'll damage transfer again. Okay. Let's see what they have in the back. Oh, they throw a move? Really? What? What is it? A lot of people are ABA weak to Mana Buzz, though, for us. Have you ever tested Benside Dalhide? No, I haven't. Oh, wait, hold on. This is kind of okay for me, actually. I'm going to shield. Because I kind of need to keep this. I need to get rid of their shields. It's the most important thing. Oh, wow. They just went Swift. Okay. Oh, there's that, so I guess. I'm double shielding, though. What? Is it Surf? Okay, I don't want to shield this one, but... Why are they going straight Swift? All right, they lost me on the second one. The first one made more sense. The second one makes no sense. Like, you need to go Surf or Outrage or something. Like, there's no way I just shield twice. I mean, maybe they think I shield twice. I don't know. They probably just let this go, honestly. It's actually not good for me. Alright, I need to swap. Oh, gosh, that's so bad. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of tough. I wish I didn't shield the first Swift, but I guess, like, eventually I would have had to shield the Swift, right? Not the way they're playing it. Yeah, it's kind of tough. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? They just go for the farm down? I guess that's fine. They come out with, like, 1,000,000 energy. It's problematic, though, if I stay in Mana Buzz as well, because of my health range. I don't know. Maybe it would have been fine. Yeah, I couldn't farm extra, unfortunately. Yeah, we don't win this one. GG. Get grass-fed beef liver pills. Literally the best supplement ever, even if you aren't working out. Really? Let me take a screenshot of that, actually, and I'll look into that. Dio, because... Yeah, I have been lifting a little bit more as of late. As of late, I mean like a week ago. I used to like lift a ton to the point where I couldn't even fit my pants. Dry scooping creatine is the worst idea. Well, I thought so too, but it's like the best way for me to take it without feeling really bloated. Because if you try mixing creatine with water, it doesn't do anything. Like, it doesn't really dissolve. I've like mixed it with like tea and stuff. It takes forever for it to dissolve. It's so weird. And it's just like, and it just like tastes like you're just drinking like sand at the bottom of a cup of water, you know? I don't know. So I just scoop it in my mouth and just swig water and just like swallow it as fast as I can. Yeah. But the creatine and whey protein help anyway together. Like when you mix them together, or just taking both like throughout the day together. It's helped me a lot. Yeah. The other trick, do I take electrolytes? No, not particularly. I just like kind of just might consume what I consume daily. I do eat like some pickles from here and there, and they have a lot of salt and electrolytes, I think. Yeah, I have to make sure it's monohydrate. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I hate the new Cranberry Pokemon. You can't hit charge move after Pokemon use Surf or Dive. Damage is okay. What's the debuff? Not acceptable. Damage is okay. What's the debuff not acceptable? What do you mean? What's the debuff not acceptable? Yeah. I have a lot of hilarious encounters with supplements. Yeah, because I've been like working out for many years, so I would like try different things. I also tried casein, which is like a slow digested protein, but I don't know. Like, you drink it before bed, but it just made me like have to go to the bathroom a lot. And I don't think it's super necessary if you eat enough, but casein could be okay. Pickle juice, yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, yeah. Good overnight, yeah. Yeah, it was good overnight. I just like had to pee a lot in the middle of the night, so I did it. I just pop a Zin and drink 2 gallons of water. I'm good. Yeah. Why are some people running aerial ace over Shadow Ball? So in this meta, you need it, because otherwise you lose to all their dark types. If you're a Mana Buzz running Shadow Ball Foul Play, what do you throw into opposing Mana Buzz? What do you throw into opposing Murkrow? What do you throw into opposing Guzzlord? What do you throw into opposing Hydreigon? There's way too many darks. In Open Great League, it's a different story because there's not as many dark types. So you could get away with it. There's not a lot of Mana Buzz, but like you cannot do anything in a Mana Buzz mirror without Aerial Ace. That's why everyone's running Air Slash too, because there's so many dark types, right? Also Morpeko as well. Morpeko resists Foul Play. Well, actually Morpeko resists everything anyway, so that's actually not a good point by me. Am I commentating Worlds this year? Yes, I am. Yeah, I will be there. Yeah. Also, yeah, Fighters as well too. Yeah, great point by Don. You know, I guess like Shadow Ball's not bad into the Fighters in this one because Primeape and Idolate, but it's just too slow to get to Shadow Ball. Yeah. Are you? Do I have the first pose? What's the first pose? Steven, I have all the legend poses. Yeah. Dylan, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I look like your friend Tommy. I don't think I really look like anyone, but I don't know. I could be wrong. But yeah. Emily Wiggituff or Clefable. Wait, let me translate this because it's in a different language. Well, there's no Wiggituff or Clefable in this meta. Yeah. Wait, what are these? I need to translate this. Come PP wager. I can beat you. What are we wagering here, Arda? What was the legend team? It's this one. Yeah. So it's Morpeko with Shadow Murkrow and Mana Buzz in the back. I actually made a YouTube video on this, so I can drop that down below. Dude, we are hitting some Q times though. Holy. Yeah, we'll see how long we go this for. I'll probably go on for like maybe another half hour or so. I've already been streaming for about 2 hours. So I was doing the thing. Twitch chat's so fun. She's been hype. Yeah, for sure. 50% recoil damage is okay, but I'm also getting debuffed. It's not acceptable. I think it's fine in the sense that like, all right, we'll damage transfer, which is kind of a bad damage transfer, but I need to do something. Oh my gosh, is this? It's the double charm person again, I think. All right, so they have a Jellicent in the back. I think, if I recall correctly. I think it's the same person. All right, so we just do this instead. 1, 2. We no shield. We can't really shield this. I think it's for person with Jellicent. Okay, good. 1, 2. Okay, big. We get this off. Did they shield this? Because if they shield it, I think they just lose, no? I don't know. Because Meowscarada can't throw anything at me. Oh, they don't shield. Okay, beautiful. I'm not going to damage transfer here, I think. Oh, wait, hold on. What? Yeah, this is the same person. We ain't losing to Double Charm again, baby. I know the strats. You can't fool me. All right, we're going to overfarm. I did get a little bit few Thundershocks off, but... Like, what are they going to do? Not shield this? I don't shield anything they throw here is the thing. Yeah, like, obviously, like, if I played it a little bit better last time, I could have won it as well, but I just didn't really expect this in the back. I didn't expect the gels in the back. Yeah. I think it's the same exact player. It's the same exact player. They know it too, which is why they came in Jellicent into my Morpeko. Like, otherwise they wouldn't have done that, right? I mean, we can no shield, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I guess we haven't seen the Ice Beam, but that'd be pretty wild, I feel like. Big, 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 big. Yeah, we win this now. I could go for like a cheeky catch, I guess, just for fun. Why not? Oh, they, okay, but that's fine. That's actually works out for me because I get the Thundershock damage off. I think that worked out. Unless I didn't get the charge attack through for some reason. That'd be crazy. Oh, yeah, nice. See? Double Charm. I'm triple weak to Charm. This is how bad Charm is. I just need to know, like, obviously... Oh, shoot. Oh, my gosh. Let's give myself a heart attack. Wait, I actually... No, I don't think I really trolled it, because the Thundershock damage should come in handy there. But, yeah, Charm is just not good. Yeah. Yeah. No top left needed, man. No top left needed. Charm is just bad. It's just that, like, you know, I mean, they're really... They have 2 Pokemon that triple beat my team, right? But, it doesn't even beat Manabuzz. That's the thing, right? Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't really beat Manabuzz, but... eat a banana immediately after working out because whey protein itself and creatine doesn't build muscle. You gotta have carbohydrates. Basically, the only time you want fats digestion once is immediately post-workout. Otherwise, it won't go to your muscles and will go to the stomach as fat. Oh, good point. Give me to fall asleep and watch Pokemon Go. No more workout. Y'all make you feel fat. Oh, you're good. Okay, there's a charge attack priority. That'd be big if it is, but I don't think it is. Chestnut is pretty annoying for me, but alright, they have to throw. Alright. We can't shield this. Yeah, I think they're 2 off. So I do have to shield myself. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Guess I'll throw in 2 just in case. I kind of lost track a little bit. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I could have gone 1 more. That's unfortunate, but that's okay. Let's hope that they're kind of ABA weak to the Manabuzz in the back, but they might hard counter me. Like, it'd be crazy if they're not, but I have seen some weird teams where that wasn't the case. Ooh, that's bad. That is bad. All right. I have a play. I don't know if it's going to work, though. I do have a play. Yeah, that's super hard counter, unfortunately. What is that team weak to? Trying to think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's pretty bad for me. Do I ever shield? I don't think I can. They have energy as well, too. Yeah, that's bad. I guess I just go straight Morpeko here. I don't know. If I tank the move, I also just lose, right? I don't think I can shield this. I need to hope this is a Thunder Punch. Yeah, it's not. The problem is... no, they're gonna have a move, right? Yeah, no, there's no way. Let's see if we survive this somehow. Maybe get 2 air. No, but they don't. They have way too much health. Yeah, can't do much there. Yeah, I'm not struggle to make a team at. Wait, what does that mean? I struggle to make a team at rank 20 fighting Lantern flying. What is that? I'm actually not sure. Oh wait, no, that's a different message. Yeah, just use the theme. Why C-bomb coverage over outrage? Weak to charm. Yeah. So I like C-bomb because you have play into the ground waters, the mud boys. I've won a decent amount of games into like Gastrodon or like Quagsire leads because of that. Just because as long as you have energy, like you farm something down, it's nice. Yeah. Outrage is nice for some neutral coverage. I will say dragons are much harder for my team. I think outrage makes sense if you're going for a safe swap more Pekko, but I think in the lead, the C-bomb, I like C-bomb a lot more. Yeah, it saved me a lot. Psychic Fangs is definitely not the play. I think Psychic Fangs is obviously a nice bait move, but like it just doesn't really give you that much coverage. I think C-bomb and outrage are much better options. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Min, thank you so much for heart me. I appreciate it. Yeah. And thanks again, TZ, for being part of the panel. Wait, Caleb, so you don't mix whey and creatine, right? You eat it like sand. Yeah. Do you have to wait for some time for them to digest before taking the other? So usually what I'll do is I'll take, because creatine, it doesn't matter what time of day you take it. You just need like a general amount of creatine cycling through your system at all times. So I usually take my like 5 grams like around the same time every day if I can. If not, like whatever. But it's good to take creatine after you've eaten. Because you take creatine on an empty stomach, it like tears, like it just like messes with the digestive system, and you'll just have like diarrhea and stuff, or like the runs, which is not fun. Yeah. So what was the tattoo say? I've been meaning to ask. Yes. So my tattoo. Let me see if I can hold the camera better. It's actually not in like an actual language, like a real language. It's Tangwar, which is an elven language actually. They often use in a lot of fantasy novels, particularly Lord of Rings. It's actually a Lord of Rings quote. And if you watch the Lord of the Rings movie, you'll know this quote, or maybe you don't remember it, but it's a quote that Gandalf says a lot, and it's all that we have. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us, which means a lot to me in many different ways. But I got it back in November, yeah, and my parents obviously were like freaking out about it initially. I'm like, dude, it'll be fine. Like, you know, my mom's like, what if you die? Like, what if it's like an infected needle and whatever? Like, I just read up on something. I was like, you know how many people get tattoos like on a regular basis, and you have like one case you could cite from like some sketchy tattoo artist? Like, yeah, that's unlikely. And then my dad was freaking out about other reasons, but yeah, it's a good quote. It's a good quote. Shiny Libre? No, unfortunately not. I think what 27 0 for 27 on, well, actually not truly 0 for 27 Shiny Libre, because Shiny Pikachu Libre wasn't available until later on. But yeah, so it's like at 2400. Should I be swapping teams after having a streak of counters? No. Okay, I would only swap the team if the team is just not good, right? But otherwise, stick with the same team. Doesn't matter if you lose. Like, I run the same exact team. Unless it just like, there's just for some reason, it just like stops working out of nowhere. Because like something shifted meta, like they introduced a new Pokemon to the game or something midway through the meta that like core breaks it. But that rarely happens, right? I run the same team from Tuesday to Monday. Same exact thing. Because you have to learn all the different matchups. And you also don't want to change your lead or your team too much. Because you don't want to like try to chase a meta, right? Because like if you change it, you might face people that also are just like now countering your new team. Just stick to the same team the whole time. You're going to win some leads. You're going to lose some leads. That'll happen no matter what team you run. What you need to know the most, though, is how to win matchups when you lose the lead, right? Because I'm able to, like, some games truly are not winnable, right? Like, I think the game where I had this, it was like a 0 on my Manabuzz and a Morpeko on my Murkrow. I couldn't win that game no matter how I played it, right? But a lot of games are winnable even if you lose the lead. I win a lot of my games. You can check out my YouTube channel. The amount of times, or like even my streams, the amount of times I win games where I lose the lead is plentiful, right? But you need to know how to play it. Think of GBL, your team of 3, as a craft that you master. The more you play that team, the more you master the craft. If you swap your team out every few sets or every few days, you're not going to be able to master any craft, right? And you won't be able to master a team. Like, I sometimes will run teams like, this team is triple weak to charm. And I lost to some guy running double charm earlier. Guess what? I get the rematch like a few minutes later, I beat him, right? Because now I know how to play out those matchups, right? Obviously, it helps that it's probably the same person. But like, again, like typically speaking, like if I face that player again, I know how to beat him. Still, I will beat this person probably 5 times out of 5 times the next time we play, because I was able to learn how to play around some of those matchups. And also, obviously, like if you only face the same certain amount of players, that also helps too. So Kooks Sorry, I might be mispronounced this. SEK, thank you so much for the Harmony. I appreciate the support. Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Don't sleep. Their team is weak to Lucario, I think, because once Lucario lead on NG is fine. Yeah, I guess so. Their team is technically kind of weak to Murkrow, but a lot of people don't lead Murkrow in this meta. Because Murkrow, if you land a Drill Peck on a Morpeko, they could peck you down. Your first was a shiny? What? That's crazy, Katie. Yeah. Some good luck right there. Bruno, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah. Shiny Pikachu Libra is probably one of the rarest Pokemon in the world. And it's a really hard one to do. Did it hurt? No, not really. It hurt a little bit, but not much. Like, you kind of get... Because you're there for, like... I think it was, like... It took probably at least an hour. And it's like, you kind of get used to it, yeah. It's because the needle doesn't go that deep, right? It's not like you're getting, like a vaccine shot or something, because those needles go deep, you know? Yeah. Does Green Tea help your fingers perform better in Pokemon? Unsure. But I think it does help with my decision making. My worst tournament performances were when I forgot to bring creatine to the regional. I don't know. Maybe it's a coincidence. I don't know. That quote is so simple, but so many people don't have the answer to that. Yeah, I think so. How do you decide where to place your tattoo? I think it's just more so like aesthetic purposes, right? Like technically I could put the tattoo on my forehead, on my neck, you know, on my lower back. But I think for many reasons, like on the forearm, I think just looks nicer for quotes. It's a good conversation starter. Yeah, it's TMI, but it is something that pretty much everyone that I'm on a first date with notices as well. I'm also wearing long sleeve, which doesn't really happen. Thank you for the rose as well, Min. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much why. I think for professional reasons, like it's probably not as good to have it where it's visible, but if I'm truly working in a really professional setting, I'll just wear like a dress shirt and it covers it pretty easily, right? I think like a hand tattoo is much harder to cover, or like a neck tattoo and stuff like that, right? So I didn't want to go there just in case I work at a place where they don't allow tattoos, right? So losing lead is underrated. Absolutely. If you look at, especially if you watch some of the best players in the world when they're playing, you know how often they win games when they lose lead? All the time. Losing lead is not anything, right? It's just more so like having an answer to your safe swap is I feel like one of the most important things. Because if you don't have an answer to safe swap, it doesn't matter if you win lead. You still lose the game. Evolution Cup last week, I was losing games left and right. I would be running what was I running lead? I run a Marsh Stomp and I catch I would catch like a Skeldurge in the lead and I'll lose. I was like, what? Like, you should not lose that at all. But I just didn't have a great answer to their safe swap, or they were just able to chip and dip. Yeah, an hour for a tattoo of that size isn't too bad. Yeah. I mean, maybe it was a little bit over an hour. I don't know. It wasn't. No, I think it was literally just an hour or so. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Yeah. 499 CP Little Cup eligible. Yo, that's insane. Yeah, keep that. I don't know when Little Cup's coming back, but I don't mind Little Cup. It's like a very weird meta when they have no limitations, because you just go for straight timeout strats. There's no way if you're running a meta team in Little Cup with no restrictions, there's no way you win the game straight up, because it's just like Shuckle into Smeargle into Meryl, and you just go for stall outs. Volibee, like, it's crazy. But you need to keep as many Pokemon alive as possible, because that's the strat. Murkrow's better being Shadow on your team. Yeah, I think so. I haven't run the non-Shadow, but I think the non-Shadow, if you land a Drill Peck, it still works. But I like the Shadow more. It just puts on so much pressure. I think if you have a low rank, like a bad rank Shadow, I think it's probably better to run a non-Shadow, because there are times where I'm like, bro, like I'm just getting I'll just get countered down from an Annihilate, right? I can't do anything about it because I don't have enough health. But I think that's where the non-Shadow is better. Yeah, I think non-Shadow is also good too. I think non-Shadow is quite good, because I think let me see, because non-Shadow also wins Charge Rack Priority against Morpeko, so that's not a big deal there. I think if a non-Shadow Murkrow lands a Drill Peck against Morpeko, you can still farm it down before they get to another move. Let me see. So one of these does 43%. Okay, maybe not. Maybe you do need the Shadow. Let me see the Shadow. Yeah, so Shadow does 52%. Okay, so yeah, so Morpeko beats Shadow Murkrow if they go Psychic Fangs against you, which no one does. Otherwise you win that in the Shadow with one shield up. Let me see if they go straight or wheel. happens here? Yeah, so I think the problem is with the non-shadow, you can't really peck it down after landing a drill peck. Because each peck does 5 damage. You have to throw 3 more pecks. Yeah, you have to throw 2 drill pecks. I think so I think the shadow is better for that reason. Because if they don't shield, I guess you could 2 shield the Murkrow, I guess, non-shadow. But if they don't shield your drill peck on the Morpeko, you just flip switch so easily. You shield once you flip switch, they have to shield again afterward. Yeah. But flipping switch is probably much better. Yeah. You have Cranberry save for Low Cup. Yeah, Cranberry is fun. These wait times are excruciating. Yeah, it is a little bit. Hey, thank you for the all. Appreciate it. It's kind of just unfortunately what happens when Elo's on the higher end. The thing is, I guess I'm not like all the way up on leaderboards, but I think a lot of people playing Open Great League. I don't know. How long does it take for a tattoo to heal? Actually, pretty quickly. So right now, oh my gosh, you see the weather change on my screen? So they put like a clear, like almost like saran wrap kind of sticker on. And so you can kind of still see it. If people don't look closely, they don't even see it. So it's actually kind of nice. You don't have to like bandage it too much. It's like modern day. I think a lot of tattoo artists have that. And I think I kept it on for like 3 days, and I took it off. And then it was like, of course, there was like a little bit of scabbing, but it was fine. You just like don't want to like rub it too harsh and stuff. Yeah, I think it was like pretty much good within a week, maybe 2 weeks max. I mean, you can still like work out like right away and everything and do other stuff. Yeah, like obviously stay out of the sun, right? But they ruined Little Cup. Yeah. What's the highest elo someone in the world has ever gotten? I want to say it was probably around the preseason time where it was like 3600s, maybe 3700s. No one has legitimately hit 4000. 4,000, I think someone has like exploited stuff that got into it. Hey, thank you so much for the heart me and go poppy. I appreciate the support. Oh, it's Almond. Oh, wait, you have a different counts? Or what happened? I will how do I make you? Wait, what? How do I? Oh wait, no, you changed your account. Cause I was new display name profile. Okay, gotcha. Because I was going to make you a mod, but then it showed that you already were a mod. So I was like, wait, what? I was like, has someone got to 30? Maybe 3800s. I think the highest elo thing though, it's multiple variables. It's not actually how good someone is. It's actually more dependent on how many people are playing GBL. Less people that play GBL means there's less elo to go around across the board on the lower elo ranges and the higher elo ranges, which is why like it might be hard to hit legend these days, because I think the peak of GBL playership, like player base, was probably around 2020 to 2021, like peak COVID. Obviously, a lot of people are at home and all that stuff, right? It's new to the game, so a lot of people are trying it. But I think nowadays, because there's less people playing, the overall elo average is lower, even at the top end. Yeah, maybe faster queue in another cup. Maybe I could just do some Open Great League. I don't know. It's too late to hit Legend this season. I'm 2640. I late started this season a lot though. No, it's not too late. It's actually plenty of time. Oh, actually, you know why, Stan? I say that. I was in the 2600s on Tuesday. I climbed over 400 in this cup. Yeah, you have plenty of time. Some people will hit Legend in the last week of a season. They'll start like at rank 1 to hit it because it's much easier to climb later on the season because there's more elo to go around. Yeah, it is definitely not too late. Yeah, you could hit Legend even if you're like elo's at 1,000 right now. Obviously it'll take a second, but yeah. You can still call me Alvin. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I'll do my best to like remember that. But I'm taking words of advice away. Stick with your team. Learn your team. Knowledge is power. Absolutely. Yeah. Force palm Lucario usage. None since the last stream, luckily. None since the last stream. Bro, this queue time is actually insane, though. What are we at? Let me see how long this screen recording was. 14 minutes? Okay, I have one final battle, and then I'll do maybe some Open Great League. How about that? If I could finish this battle. I don't know. Maybe I'll just end it on a Open Great League battle. I'll just call it there. Yeah. All right. So I think I'm gonna play some regular Great League, and I kind of want to run my Stumpfist team again. I like that team a lot. I think it's this one. I should have named it better stuff. right, Firo. I like this team a lot, so I was running this one. I don't know if it's going to be still as relevant right now because I haven't played Open Great League in a hot second, but you can get more tattoos. I hear it's addictive. I heard so too. I don't think it's as addictive as people make it seem, but I don't know. Maybe that's me. I think it's like maybe it's the mental barrier. Like, oh, now that I have one is fine. I'm not like, you know, I don't have like plans to get like a full sleeve or something, but I was going to get a tattoo with both of my cats on it. My cats obviously mean a lot to me. They are 12 now, so who knows how much longer they'll be around for. So yeah. Oh, we finally got a battle. Nice. What's my team? I was running more Pekko, Shadow Murkrow, and Mandibuzz in Scroll Cup. Very good team. I hit Legend with it. Climbed like a lot of points with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Interesting. This is a pretty tough lead. Not gonna lie. I kind of hope I lose some elo here though. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Can't really go for a catch. They have back-to-back though. I will shield, I guess. So I should be able to... It's not going to be very easy for me to peck down though. They have 1 residual. So get to the next one, 4. Yeah, this is a pretty bad lead for this team. Can't do too much about it. Oh, wait, they don't shield. What? 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this is good because they can't really optimize. Ooh. I guess I'll desync by turn. That's fine. They have to throw on bad timing here or I get both off, which is kind of good for me either way. Yeah, see what I mean? They have to throw on bad timing there. I have to move. I don't know. I want to get the peck through, but... See if they insta-throw. Okay, good, good, good. I could deal with this. I might come in Stunfisk if I can. They probably could go for a shield here to preserve this energy. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We'll do this, I guess. What? That was kind of weird. Interesting. I don't think they go Shadow Ball here. What is in the back? I didn't have a move, so I'm very curious about that play. Oh, hold on. It's kind of good. 3, 4, 5, 6. I have to call it. If it's Stone Edge, I lose. But I have to call it. Do you have any semblance of a chance here? Ah, GG's. Well played. Oh, wait, I survived. There's no way they don't shield this, right? There's just no way. There's no way they don't shield this. Yeah. Can you show it to me after this game? You mean like show you like what the team is? I can. Let me see if I could get a Scroll Cup in here. Because now that I dropped some elo, maybe I could play some Scroll Cup. Let's see. Okay, that's good. All right, let me see if I can get to Scroll Cup here. Game was that was a tough one. Oh, so yeah, so this is I'll try to play 1 game here and see. If the queue times are really bad still, then we'll just call it. I did make a YouTube video on the team as well that like fully explains how to play it as well. So I'll post that in the chat for anyone that's curious. I don't think I posted it earlier actually. Oh, we get an instant battle. Nice, nice, beautiful. All right. Okay, that's a really bad lead. We did damage transfer though. Okay. Okay, I can optimize on this, which is kind of good. Ooh, Lucario is not a fun one, for sure. But maybe we could core break him a little bit in the back. I think I might shield this, actually. I kind of need to get shields down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is good. I can get both off. If I get both off, I just... if they don't shield, I just win, I think. Dude, if they don't shield, this is really bad. Because they come in Lucario, they're going to take a move to... What? Really? Oh, that's so bad for them. What are they doing? Okay, that's really bad. Force Palm Lucario is not even that hard of an answer, I guess. If you can flip switch. Alright, they're going to shield this. But then I come in Mandibuzz. Probably had to go for a pause to avoid a catch. I think they have a Gasher on the back, if I were to guess. not the worst, but it's not the best either. I will pause here. What's the Saucer Worlds? Ask for a friend. You know, his Soon Electrode actually looks kind of good, but is this Breon? Yeah. This Breon is pretty annoying. Not gonna lie. All right, let's see what we can do here. I think I go straight C-Bomb. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah, I think C-Bomb's better here. Like, boosting my Thundershock damage is not really that worth it. Yeah, they're gonna force palm me down, right? Okay, hold on. We can maybe do something here. 1, 2. Oh, they throw right away. Really? Huh. Does this even KO me? Oh, they went Order Sphere. Oh, okay. Yeah, the catch was not ideal for me, I guess. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, the Simo? I'll take a Simo KO. I'll take a Simo KO. We're hard countered in that matchup. I'll take a Simo KO for that one. That's fine. I'll take that. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, if you take a look at the link I posted on YouTube, Roy, it'll break down the team a little bit more, and you have a little bit more gameplay to take care of. Yeah. Can I miss Among Us days? Yeah. I feel like it really fell off, unfortunately, when like Disguised Tales and a lot of the content creators stopped playing it, because they just weren't updating the game as much. It was so much fun though. I love that game. Yeah. Was the new tattoo have color? Probably, yeah. Yeah, I think my cats will probably have color. I'll probably think about doing like shoulder. Can't believe your last Battle to Legend was insanely hype. Yeah. It was actually it was a former patron of mine too, actually. Yeah, great player too, but yeah. Everybody and their mama gonna run K9 though. That is true, but you need K9 counters. I think outside of Cancel Ninetales, nothing really beats it, right? I think that, well, that's the sauce, right? That's a spicy sauce. Yeah, I think for a standard sauce, okay, the most standard 3 Pokemon you will see at Worlds is Tinkaton, Licky, Cancel Ninetales. They cover each other so well. That's why a lot of people are running like Marowak, which I think Marowak is solid for many reasons, because you have play into the Flyers as well. And there's not really anything that walls off Marowak in this meta, so yeah, because the Mud Boys are just not reliable into Cancel Ninetales. You lose. Yeah, I'll pay. You know, where your new tattoo be? Any thoughts? I'll probably do shoulder. I kind of want to be like slightly asymmetrical, so I might just do my left shoulder as well too, because my other tattoo's already on my left. I think I'll probably just like keep all of it on the left side. I don't know. Maybe over a few years it'll just turn into a full sleeve. Who knows? I don't really have any desire to do a full sleeve. Because I think if I did, I would have planned out this forearm tattoo a little bit better, right? I would have like had ways to integrate it. Yeah. Only Clodsire can deal with that. Yeah, that's true. Clodsire is decent. The problem with Clodsire is the pacing is kind of slow. But I do think Clodsire has a lot of utility for sure. Oh, we get a battle. Nice. All right. What is the stream title? Oh, sorry. I forgot to change it. We had a all pro selection thing, but I forgot to change it. Yeah. Yeah, we're back to GPL now. Yeah. I probably would change it after this, but we're almost done, honestly, with some sets. I'll probably end it after this battle or maybe the next battle, and then I do have to dip, but we'll continue. We'll continue it tomorrow for sure. Okay. I think I shield, actually. If I could get a second shield, that's pretty good for me. Because I needed shields down so I could land a move with my Morpeko. Oh, it's non-Shadow Murkrow as well, so I don't really mind the Drill Peck here, actually. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. We'll tank this. We'll tank this, we'll damage transfer again, and then we'll come back to Mana Buzz. The problem is one C-Bomb is not enough to KO the Gashadon, so that is slightly a problem. Yeah, we damage transfer again. Damage transfer is really solid. Oh, they throw their energy? Really? They're not that strong to Mana Buzz. And that's good, because I have a shield advantage Mana Buzz on top of that. Plus more Pekka with energy. Oh, yeah, this game's over. So here's the plan. I think, I have to shield this. I don't know. Do I let the first move go? I guess I shield once, right? Yeah, I'll shield. Could be a Drain Punch, but I think most people run like Dazzling Gleam here. Oh, they actually went Drain Punch. Oh, that's a little awkward. Okay, that's fine. We can optimize on this one at least. Okay, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I threw that in bad timing, but that's fine. Let's see if this KOs or not. At this range, no, it's not quite enough. I have time to throw one more though. Okay, yeah, we'll just hit him with this. This will boost myself at least, so that the Sableye can't really Shadow Claw me down, I think. Let's see though, because this damage doesn't register, so I have a little bit of health. It doesn't matter actually, because their Drain Punch not going to KO me. Yeah. GG. I'll play one more. We'll close out with one more. Yeah, now that we're getting some battles. Yeah, again, a great example. Don't matter if you lose the lead, right? Gastrodon into Morpeko seems pretty bad, but there's still plenty of ways to deal with it. See you in a week or so. Yeah, appreciate it, Batman. I'll see you soon. Few questions. Your team you mentioned cancel Ninetales, Licky Tinkertail is non-shadow cancel Ninetales. Oh, so this was, I was mostly answering Batman's question in regard to worlds, right? Like what you see in worlds. That specific 3 in itself might not be like that good, just the 3 of them, because you're like super weak to Marowak. But I was saying like 3 out of like 6 Pokemon you see on a worlds team is like, that's probably the top 3 that you'll see. Yeah. But this team work with Great League or mostly Competitors Cup. Yeah, so I think I wouldn't run these 3 in GBL. Yeah, let me clarify that. Yeah, so it's yeah. And then for IVs, have the rank 1 or significantly higher attack to win charge like priority. No, sorry, you don't have to apologize for anything. It's totally fine to ask these questions. I typically run bulk weighted in general. Winning charge like priority is not that relevant in my mind, unless it's like for a specific reason. So for example, Morpeko here, I am running a very high attack one because there's a lot of Morpeko in this meta. So that's mainly why. But I think for a standard situation, it's not as important. Yeah. Osmar, thank you for the follow. Yeah. But I always tell people like just use the best you have. If this is running oh, it's running Surf, that's good. That's good. Because I was like, if they're running Dive, well, I guess they could still be running Dive, I guess, but... Oh, we get this off, though. We get both shields here. That's pretty massive. The Cramorant is here. It's still a little awkward for me, but I guess we'll see what happens. Okay. I kind of don't want to tank this damage. I'm going to come in this instead. Yeah. Let's see what they do. They're probably going to hit me with a... Well, they have to throw the Surfer Dive if they want to get their spit off. Okay, they go Surf. Yeah, because I don't really want to take this damage on the Morpeko. Morpeko's not that bad here. Okay, this is fine. We're going to get hit by a move, though, after this. Yeah, it's actually going to almost KO me. Not ideal. But we can't avoid the spit damage. Okay, that's fine. We go Morpeko right away. Okay, there comes their Hydreigon. Oh, I really don't want to shield this though. How much does the Brutal Swing do? Whew. It's a good chunk of damage. Alright, I'm boosted at least. We'll see what they have in the back. They don't have time to catch, though. Yeah, because I have to, like, kind of budget that out just in case they have something like, I don't know, like their own Morpeko or, like, a Mantine. It could be a Mantine, right? Could be a Murkrow, even. Murkrow would be bad. Mandibuzz is fine. Oh, no, Mandibuzz is not fine, actually. Oh, actually, Mandibuzz is fine. I could clear the debuff. Oh, it's Jellicent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, they tried to catch! See what I mean? Lose lead, win game. Yeah, that's why we have to no shield that, right? Because I know I resist everything there. And So like it sucks to lose that much health, but like there's a higher likelihood that whatever's in the bag has a move that could actually KO me, right? From full health. So no matter how bad that looked, yeah. What's my favorite Pokemon? It's Gyarados. Yeah, if you ever played the main series game, then you'll know what I mean. Because the main series game, in particularly the red and blue, I'm old. I'm older than I look. 35 to be exact. But the main series game, it was so stupid hard to evolve the dang Magikarp into Gyarados. It was so stupid hard. But I had like the little the pamphlet to show like the power levels of all the Pokemon, right? And I was like, there's no way the Pokemon that Magikarp, this useless Pokemon, evolves into has the craziest power levels and turns into this like dragon looking Pokemon. There's no way. But it was such a grind. But when I got there, because there wasn't experience share either. You couldn't catch wild Gyarados. You had to just train up a stupid weak Magikarp to get there. But once you get there, it was like the most satisfying feeling. Like, holy, this Pokemon is insane. It's been my favorite ever since. But I think it's a really great life lesson as well. The life lesson is the things that you put time and effort into are oftentimes things that are most satisfying in the end and bring you the most amount of joy. Whether that's work, hobbies, relationships, all the above. So, yeah. You play Pokemon Unite? I used to play a lot, actually. But why not grind to start me? I will. Yeah, I'm gonna head out with my friend and do some actually in a little bit. So, can't believe you be the gulp losing lead and still win. Yeah. But anyway, so that's kind of thing. But I'd love to play with someone that's fine. Oh no, the problem is I stopped playing a few years ago. Yeah, I used to play competitively in the competitive circuit as well too, with like a team of 5. But these days I just play more League of Legends than anything else. Okay, I'm gonna raid actually Pokemon Master Holly. Actually, I don't see her on here very often. Yeah. Appreciate you all. Dota stream went, dude. I even touched Dota 2. I only played Warcraft 3, and that was years ago. Wild Rift? No, the main league. Yeah. But I'll go raid Pokemon Master Holly. I assume she's doing some super mega Starmies on Twitch. I will end things on YouTube and TikTok. So I will catch you all sometime tomorrow, and hopefully the queue times are better. And if not, I'll just play some Open Great League. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think we could play some Open Great League instead. But yeah, hope you all have a good one. Yo, Jack Arturo. What the heck? Wait, why did someone else type Jack Arturo earlier? I'm kind of confused. But anyway, I will catch you all later. But hope you're doing well, Jack. I haven't seen you in a hot second, but I hope you hit that legend. All right, I'll catch you all later and say hi to Pokemon Master Holly for me.